Greetings and salutations, Dota fans. It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Lads Season 10 action. It's the Losers Finals, and for tonight, the Prodigal Son returns. Noun's social media manager, formerly of Dota Buff and Simply 2 based, 5-rep 4-snap analyst, and a one-time BTS Pro Series player, enjoyer of double tranquil boots on Tusk. It's Logical Dota. How are you on this fine evening?
Thank you. It's been so long. You had to go through the full list. I appreciate that.
All the way, all the way through. But now that the audio levels should be adjusted where they should be, we're ready for what should be extraordinarily good Losers Final Series. On the Radiant side, it's Nebula, aka Bing Chilling, aka Frostfire Sims, aka most recently known as Miss Who's Piss Eyed Sippy. They are the Bulljacks captained unit that has won the last two finals, and again, they're looking to make the three-peat, to make history in Lads, but up against them is Polar Ass, who, again, they want vengeance. They've made the top four twice in the last three seasons. They made the grand finals in season 7. They want to win for once. They want to say, you know what, we're not here to get second place, third place, fourth place. We want to win. They're opening up strong with a very strong Omninet pick.
Yeah, okay. I haven't caught up too much with the past couple series. I saw you had Sammy Boy on for a little bit. Very cool, very cool.
Very cool indeed.
But I mean, these first phase bans all kind of make sense, except for Rubik, I guess. But Acid Rain, so it is what it is. I think Omnionite's a pretty strong hero, but I'm surprised to see it just like straight up 5 picked. It's yeah.
And also one of those heroes that Levi really enjoys playing. It might be his best hero. He certainly enjoys playing it. It works well with the style Paul has gone for. And they can flex it as well to the Beast of US East if they're feeling real frisky.
Yeah, I mean, the hero in core role is interesting, but it's certainly experimental. Thompson played at some mid. Okay, 8-pick Void, that's pretty standard. Doesn't really necessarily go the best with Omni Knight, but I guess the hard dispel into Time Walk's a decent enough synergy. Enigma, Wyvern 6-7. Enigma is definitely OP. I had one person whose opinion I value of Dota tell me that Enigma is currently the most broken hero in the game. Which
Really?
I don't know if I don't know if I would necessarily like. I probably wouldn't say that, but I can see the angle. This hero is still. It's the W changes have been happening for like maybe 17 years at this point, but the hero is just still oppressive in lane. Still denies all your range creeps and has 120 damage when you have 60.
I would definitely agree that Enigma is one of the better heroes in Dota, probably like top 5 or so, but I'm still partial to DP, Undying, Void. I think those three are really good heroes right now.
Yeah, I think I'd probably go with Undying if I had to pick one. Wyvern 7 pick I'm kind of surprised by. I assume this is something that they just enjoyed, or maybe Wyvern was a hero Polar S went for a couple times and they knew that they wanted to snap up the Enigma, so they didn't want to give them access to the counter pick.
The low from column A, low from column B. Obviously, Bulljacks plays the Wyvern. Acid Rain played a very good Wyvern in their last years in playoffs. Camel can play it mid. Polaris also picked it recently, so you say, you know what, it's good. We don't want it against our Enigma. It's good against Potential Void. Why not just go for it? And they fucked it up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the hero is the strongest. It's probably a little bit underrated, but the Q changes definitely hurt the hero. Like, being a lot lower duration on lower levels means that you kind of have to go for higher levels of them. Like, Kataomi and the other kind of Wyvern players of last patch were trending towards going 1-4-1, and that build feels a lot less effective now that your Q is, I think, 7 seconds at level 1.
Something like that. It's long now.
Other way around. The flight duration, yeah, it's 7 seconds now. It went from 10 at all levels to 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, you're right. That's short. Never mind. I'm completely full of shit here. You're right. I do want to point out this Visage ban, though. You know, a number of teams have been giving Polaras the Visage. Bulldog says, you know what? These teams that have been giving them Visage have been losing. We're not interested in doing it. We're good. We're banning it out.
Yeah, there's no point. This Visage hero is also very oppressive. It's like kind of in the same, fits in the same vein as this Enigma hero, where it's just like a piece of shit hero that scales really well, is good at all parts of the game, buys a Wraith Pact, does everything. Yeah, I mean, you might as well just ban. I think Hull plays it as well. He's like Master Tier or something.
Not only does he play it, he brags about it about twice a week in the Lads General Discord.
Awesome. Yeah, playing Visage is certainly something to brag about, I think.
Yeah, Real honorable gamer, real honorable gamer. Whole City 07.
But I mean, yeah, Visage is a piece of shit hero, and especially if the other team plays it, it's completely warranted ban. People have been banning it even first phase. Like I think Ravens have been playing it a lot, been winning with it a lot in BTS Pro Series, and they pick it like as early as like 6, I think. I don't think they 5-picked it. No, they have 5-picked it. They 5-picked it against us. Uh, Vengeful Spirit 15.
It's a hero. I feel
I
like I've been seeing more and more Venge recently. That's the patches going on.
Yeah, so one of these has to be a core hero. I think Enigma would be the best option, but I could honestly see any of them being core.
It should be Enigma, but I have a feeling it's going to be Venge. I have a feeling it's going to be
Alright.
5 Wyvern, 4 Enigma, 3 Venge.
Okay, yeah, so intuitively I think Enigma's probably just like the best core hero, just like in general, just like in a vacuum. But I think picking Venge into Void and making it a core is a little bit odd because you kind of pick this hero to swap people out of Chronosphere, and you don't normally like instantly die in Chrono. I was talking to ET and he brought up a good point where it's like if there's 2 heroes caught in Chronosphere and Venge swaps out one of them, you don't just like hit the Venge with damage reduction. You're gonna go hit the other guy that's in Chrono. But I mean, even still, you pick this hero for a save in Chronosphere. It's like it feels like you're kind of wasting a slot to put one of your core heroes because it can do that well enough from the support role.
Devil's Advocate, I figured out the strat. You swap in with Ags, you purposefully die, and then you return to life with your Ags. Bam,
Yeah, but
that's tactics right there.
I think you could die faster if you don't go into Chrono though. Like if you're a core and the Faceless Void clicks your inventory and sees you have an Aghanim Scepter, you swap into Chrono, he's just not touching you. I press time dilation. I pretend the Vengeful Spirit's not there.
You've outthought me here. You've won the thought experiment. I forgot that ability is as strong as it is. I love how time dilation is as strong as it is to the point you're seeing some of these pro voids just get 1 point in it and go stats, because 1 point is just that strong.
Yeah. Yeah, people have been taking it level 1 because like the other spells aren't very good at level 1 for a while now, and yeah, it's really good in lane because you can kind of just spam it. Like
Wait,
I
okay.
bought a oh
You go first. You go first.
no, okay, so yeah, in the game 1 against who would I play against Dogchamp when I was Tusk, I bought a stick and I was like maybe I wasn't confident about it. We were laning against Void Enchantress, and I ended up having like full stick charges that minute too, just because Faceless Void presses time dilation so much, and it ended up being warranted. So yeah, I mean this hero clicks a lot of spells. What were you gonna say about this tiny Dark Willow?
Yeah, I was gonna mention something about this tiny hero, but we have a Dark Willow as well now, so there's a lot of damage. This is probably a tiny 3, probably a Dark Willow 4, which means looking at a last pick mid for Polar Ass. This is a lot of damage they have here. A lot they can throw into the Chrono as well.
Does this guy buy Ags? It's I know BCUSC's plays tiny.
He's not an
This is-
Ags buyer, but he'll figure a way to do damage. Trust me. Like
Okay.
there'll be a Chrono on 2 heroes, and he'll be jumping the 3rd hero outside the Chrono. Like, all right, I'm outside the Chrono on the back lines, because I feel like he would enjoy buying an Ags. But I've never seen him buy an Ags, so you never know. Sometimes.
Yeah. I remember in the CK patch, this guy played a lot of CK, and that's what I knew him for. I just first spent CK against him, and then we beat his team. But yeah, it's somewhere in my mind somewhere that this guy plays tiny. Oh, speaking of CK,
It's interesting you mentioned CK. We do have CK. I feel like CK shouldn't be that bad against Void, no?
um, it's okay. So you're like really tanky, right? So I guess there's a point to be made that you like won't die in Chronosphere, and I guess it's good this game because he's got a lot of things to save him in Chronosphere with the Cold Embrace on the swap. But I think in a lot of games, the CK just dies. Like Void just does so much damage with the 20 talent and Mjolnir. A lot of the times you just like chrono the CK and like he presses ult, he goes on someone, and then you just like chrono him and all his illusions. You just hit the CK, and like maybe he won't die, but he'll just go down to like 500 health through the duration of the chrono. And so I think it's like a pretty fine. I mean, like it's not good for either hero. I guess because CK can definitely burst Void a lot of the time as well.
So
But it's not bad for Void.
we mentioned some OP heroes. Why has nobody touched Bat yet? Both teams played Bat. Why has nobody touched Bat?
I mean,
Because
okay,
Bat,
so
Bat
Dire,
is OP, correct?
yeah, that's really strong. Dire has Omni Knight, but that's kind of a fake counter. I don't think it's actually that good. Like you can purge lasso, but the hero's still really good. It's still pickable through it. I think. Actually, no. I was thinking of someone going the other way. But yeah, I mean, both these teams could pick bad still. It's like yeah, it's fine for both their drafts. I think they both need mid heroes right now, and it's not particularly bad. Honestly, it's even like good. It's really good against the Radiant lineup. I think right now, like they have swap and curse. I get. Okay, maybe it's not that good. Like they have swap and curse to help against the lasso, but just kind of like being this piece of shit. Uh, I use this phrase a lot when I'm describing heroes, but
It's accurate
uh,
though. It's accurate.
being this like Witchblade Shard Batrider that kind of just like runs around the fight and doesn't commit and just hits people with stickies, I think is really disruptive to how Radiant wants to play the game.
I mean, it
I,
wouldn't be it's too shocking, right, to see it here. I mean, somehow there's been all these mids banned, but it hasn't been banned still.
yeah, I could see their team picking it here. I think it's a good point. I didn't even think about that hero.
I'm just waiting for it. I mean, I'm seeing foreplay in the chat now saying Dyer's discussing if they want bat, and I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the bat pick. It's going to be here. And it's not a bat pick. That's an Earthshaker. I was completely wrong. Wait, what? Who's mid then? Is it Tiny mid? Shaker 3?
Could be Tiny, could be Omni, could be Shaker.
Whoa,
If
oh
if they
wow.
pick Bat, it might be Omni mid. But I don't know. Maybe that's too much for Whole City. I think you might need an easier hero.
I love it, but um, what exactly does the Shaker do this game? It's just like a hero you want to pick against the Enigma CK, kill the summons, have the long range stun. What's the idea behind the Shaker here?
It's like a secondary initiation kind. I mean, there's probably some cool synergy with Heavenly Grace as well. I guess they don't want to. They just don't want to chrono the CK, and it's like pretty decent disengage when the CK pops ult and blinks on someone with Reality Rift. You can just like echo all his illusions, and it's a pretty okay way of dealing with the Shaker. Honestly, I don't think it's probably like the best pick in slot, but it's probably a comfort hero for whoever's playing it. I guess it's not Omni mid, and it is Pudge mid for Radiant.
Alright, both of these drafts have moderately confused me, so it's going to be 3 Enigma. You said it was the best idea. They ended up going with it. They went the Venge 4 instead. It is just Shaker mid. This is
Yeah.
interesting.
Ooh, I mean, Radiant kind of picked into it, but I guess there's something to be said about the fact that it was a flex. I have like Pudge is probably just fine against Shaker because Pudge is just like surprisingly good in the lane nowadays. But the Shaker mid is kind of like infamously good against melee heroes because you can press what's that spell called? Enchant Totem, and you just like get a free creep. You can get a free deny every 5 seconds. You can guarantee last hits. You can just like hit the guy, and it does a good bit of damage as well. Like, Shaker mid's just really good against melee heroes. I mean, I think against Ember is like the classical counter pick. But even against Pudge, I think this Shaker will probably get a lot of denies.
I guess at the very least, Pudge can hook the range creeps, so they won't get
Yeah.
denied, but other than that, Shaker's going to have a very good time. Unless somehow Pudge balls out of control so hard he can just kill him with a rot, but that seems difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be a little bit careful because you don't want to just like straight up hook every range creep as well. And so, I mean, I have to see Hull City's proficiency on the mid Earthshaker laning, but there might even be some situations where you can like where Pudge can be like rotting the range creep and it's like 50% health, and then you stun him with Aftershock to keep the rot on, and it lowers the health of the creep into range where you can kill it with the enchant totem hit.
The whole city has like 13,000 games in Dota, man. This guy's wild.
Yeah.
We do have a pause though for those who are wondering. Whole City plays on a potato. He's played the potato so long it has turned into a baked potato thanks to the heat and the pressure. So we are waiting on him to harvest a new potato.
Marshall bought boots. I assume he's gonna sell them because he also has starting items keyed.
Maybe yeah. I see. You can run all the way to the ward spot and sell them in time, right?
Yeah, it's. I think you have to sell them like. Oh my god, I can draw. It's been so long. I can't draw right now. Game's
Yeah,
paused.
the game's paused.
But yeah. This one that I'm picking on the minimap right here, when on pause, there's gonna be 80 pings there. On this hill, I'm not sure if you can walk there and place it and then walk back to the secret shop, but I've certainly seen a lot of people just like walk to the secret shop with it and then sell it and then drop it.
And I'm pretty sure I know where you're. I think it's here, correct? Right over here, this little spot here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm maybe you have enough time to place it and run back if you just like if you get the perfect lines. But most of the time I just see people sell it at the secret shop. I don't really see that many people doing this anymore. I think it was like really hot tech maybe, like 2 to 3 months ago maybe.
He sold the boots. We are on Marshall Watch. He has sold the boots.
Yeah. You just want to be safe about it when you're doing stuff like this, because it can be a little bit lane ruining if you just have boots.
Ordinarily, it's what, like regen into Soul Ring usually on Enigma still? Do you go Bassi now, or?
Yeah. I think he's gonna buy a Bassi. I actually don't know what people buy. I think it's like Mana Boots Vessel. I feel like I see a lot, and then there's also like just a Wraith Pack rush, just like Brown Boot Wraith Pack.
It's very rare that I actually pay attention to the inventory for like the first 10 minutes on Enigma. I'm like, yeah, he's denying creeps. I don't need to care anything else about that. I'm good.
Yeah, he's going Brown Boot, or he's going Wraith Pack. Judging by his starting builds, he's gonna get a Buckler and a Bassi and combine. Or maybe he gets a Urn, actually. Who can say? I'd never thought about that, but you can turn Sage's Massacring or Protection into either of those.
Well, here we go. Sonic God walks forward. He's in danger. There is a chain stun. 1 stun, 2 stuns. No hook, though. Time Walk is away from Sonic God. 3 runes still have not been taken, but 3 will go over to the side to pull their ass. So a good start right there. So we have Sonic God in the offlane. He is not interested in laning into an Enigma. He's like, you know what? I want my creeps. I'm good. I will lane into the CK. That does mean, though, he's in a tri-lane temporarily. There's both Venge and the Wyvern downer.
I like this. Decision to swap lanes. Tiny is definitely pretty good against the Enigma, just because you can clear out the Eidolons pretty decently with the cleave.
That's your first blood already. Minute. Oh, he time walks away again. Never mind. I stand corrected. I thought we had first blood. You're saying?
No. This is actually, I mean, this is really bad for Void though, because like this lane's not going to get that much nicer for him. Okay, now that Dark Willow's finally here, maybe they can trade a little bit better in the 3v3.
As it currently stands, Radiant are up in HP, but Dire have some regen on supports. They have Salve on Dark Willow and a Salve on the Omni Knight, so you can always, of course, take the trade and then salve up afterwards if you are Levi and Shello. We're seeing Levi take some damage right now. Magic Missile has been used into the Chaos Bolt stun. It's a 2-second stun. And there's your first blood, perhaps. One more hit, and there it goes. Over to the Bulljack's Wyvern. And we will not get a counter kill either unless we can get... And there's no batch even skill. He's level 1 still on Void. He time walk into that one. That's suicidal from Sonic God. He will get right-clicked heavily, and I believe he'll die. He's body blocked by a Bulljack. That's a perfect block at the edge of the trees. Levi has returned. The Wyvern will die, perhaps. He's used his stick. And there goes the kill for Cello Mello, but a good trade. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Nebula.
Yeah, that was pretty close. They got level 2 off of a creep, and Bulljax tried to live by cold embracing himself, but he didn't get the animation off. He did skill it though, which is actually kind of bad for the lane. But I think they won this lane pretty decisively, unless they make a major mistake. Then they'll get out farmed, like kind of what Fume's doing right now. He's got a lot of wand charges.
He has used the very large wand. He's still being run down. There's Hammer in 3, but Levi backs off. Thought for a second Fume was buying a Midas. I got scared. It's all like gloves, like, oh god, he's not buying a Midas, is he? He's buying a Treads.
I don't really like this starting build, or I don't like this kind of approach to early items on CK, but it's probably fine. I know like Skeeter did this for a while, but I think actually he bought Armlet. He went like early Armlet, so yeah. I'm not that big of a fan of like the wand plus branches on CK into treads. This feels kind of weird. I think you probably want like a bracer. But like, I mean, maybe I don't really know what I'm talking about. Maybe.
I love tries, man. It makes my job so easy. I can just keep my screen at one spot. It all happens in one like screen length of action. It's great. Nothing's happening top. Nothing's happening mid. This is beautiful. I love this. I have yet to look out of the bottom lane. It took 3 minutes. Speaking of bottom lane, it's a chain stun on Sana God. He has Heavenly Grace. He will time dilate 2 heroes. Fume is about 2/3 of HP lost. Has 5 wand shards. He will barely survive. He can then wand up after the Cold Embrace ends. Bit of an odd engagement, but nobody is dead. So everyone's okay.
Yeah. I'm surprised that Radiant went for that on the Faceless Void. I think that's like definitely the worst target. The Omni Knight's probably the best target, but also the Willow is fine.
Well, Dire chooses to engage on Acid Rain the Venge. Venge will fall, and, well, there's a stun on Levi, but that is not a favorable trade for Nebula. And Boljax, wait a minute, he might just be dead as well. He forced to Cold Embrace, perhaps? Perhaps not. He'll salve instead.
Yeah, Radiant's fumbling this bottom lane a little bit. But I think they still have the better kill potential. I mean, Dire only really will get kills if Radiant overextends. They can't just, like, straight up force a kill, even if Radiant's a little bit out of position.
Well,
Levi.
This time they choose Levi. You said they should go on the Omni Knight. They go on the Omni Knight, and Omni Knight will attempt to Heavenly Grace Sana God for a counter kill, perhaps. Acid is low, Levi is low. Who will die first is the question. And the answer will be Acid Rain. One more hit will do it, if they can finally find it. And they have found it. Levi actually survives there. Now turning the Fumes, Chaos Bolt into reality on the Omni Knight. Now there's your counter kill, but again, Sana God's now low. Meanwhile, mid lane, Whole City solo kills Camel Farmer. Huge play there from Whole City. Not even an Echo skilled quite yet, but Echo not even needed, apparently.
Yeah, I wasn't watching that lane, though. Good for him. I like the skill, but I think this is like... Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't kept up to date with my mid-Urshiker builds, but this used to be the build.
It's the 1-2-2. I guess that the extra points for the extra chain stun there, or...
Yeah, I mean, like, Aftershock's just kind of your important ability. Like, you're gonna buy Phase Boots and Blink and stuff, so getting extra points of Aftershock, it's just very value. Because that's, like, the whole idea of this mid-shaker, is that you're, like, so farmed, and you're just, like, so strong comparatively to the game that you can just kind of, like, be on top of people and get all your spells with Aftershock. I used to see people go, like, 2-1-2. I think maybe that's, like, the highest damage you can get. But seems like he's doing fine with this one.
Guess, having second point in the enchant item is very nice, for it just doubles the damage, which turns it from, what, a double hit into effectively a triple hit. So that's a big gain in damage, a 50% gain in damage there.
Yeah, I think, people used to go, like, 0-2-1.
Wait, big fight mid lane. Echo Slam on Camel. Fissure on 2. An Acid Wand in the rotation to help his mid laner. Instead, his mid laner is dead. He got baited in by the rotation. A disaster in the mid lane. Now 2 deaths on the pudge, and in comes your tip.
That was a pretty odd timing to go for the mid rotation, I think. I like kind of understand Venge coming. Yeah, okay. Nice.
The all chat begins.
Nice typing. What NHA? Did he mistype something or?
He did mistype NA gank, I believe. Meanwhile, bottom lane, speaking of NA ganks, Cello returns to the lane. Levi will die, but the trade may be for Boljax. He's been time dilated by the Faceless Void. He's about 1/3 HP on the Wyvern, has 12 wand charges if he wants to use them, but doesn't get them off in time. Both teams lose 1 support.
Yeah, so like the Venge showing mid at the 6-minute, like as a rotation is like is a good play. You want to secure the 6-minute rune. It's very important for your mid laner's game. But I think they were just kind of like over ambitious for this Shaker kill. It might work right now though.
Here we go again. Dismember on the Earthshaker. Levi comes in with the Purge. Whole City turns, but has no Echo Slam, so it will be an exchange of TPs. Okay, Hook attempted. Split the wickets on that one, but everyone's going to be okay.
Enigma died to the Tiny Top, which is kind of a big deal. It's like pretty important if you win the 1v1 lane. I think like it's probably Tiny favored. But Enigma's also just a piece of shit hero, so I wouldn't be surprised if Enigma wins this lane. Like if Speed's playing it, yeah, I feel like he wins this. And I mean, you could even see it. Like the Enigma has 20 denies, and that's partly because he just like clicks W every time it's off cooldown on his range creep, and it gets denied. But it's also, I mean, the 20 is a couple too many for just the W. I think he's been denying with Eidolons as well.
It makes sense to me. Once you have a lot of damage between you and the Eidolons. Time it right, and it's over 100 damage. Speaking of top lane again, the Beast goes in, but he's currently fighting in a 1v2. He's about 1/3 HP, but Marshall's even lower. He has a black hole. Cold Embrace has been used onto Marshall from Bulljack, so nobody will die. Meanwhile, bottom lane, somebody certainly will die, and the answer is Fume. He'll attempt to crit down Sonic God. He will fail to do so, but back to top lane, the Beast re-engaged to kill Marshall. So both side lane cores die, a disaster. The trade may be top lane for the Tiny, but Tiny's still man-fighting. He cares not about his own mortality. He has Avalanche. He can Soul Ring. Okay, that's a bit suicidal from the Beast, but again, it cost him that fantastic trade there for Polar S.
That was a good play, actually. I think if he like okay, so he kind of like soul ringed as the attack was mid air, but if he like got hit by the attack and then soul ringed to 1 HP and then did avalanche into toss, I think he probably would have killed the Venge. And then I mean he would have died to the Wyvern, but you're happy to go back to base after getting another kill like that. I'd respect the attempt though.
Mid lane, good Fissure blocked by Whole City. The root was missed by Cello, so wait a minute. Ooh. Attempted hook. This time again, tanked by an allied range creep. So no hook kill. Want to turn your attention to the hero net worth chart, Logical? Look at Earthshaker right now.
Oh yeah.
Look at Earthshaker. He's 4,600 net worth.
Yeah. That's certainly not good for Radiant. I kind of wish that he would upgraded boots. I don't think you should hold brown boots because phase and treads are so fucking good on Earthshaker. But he is gonna hit quite a good Ags timing.
It's already more than halfway there. He
bought the wizard.
ready.
He bought the staff of wizardry. I can't respect that.
He's committing. He's committing.
No. Like yeah. He should like buy Ags components for sure. You don't want to just like sit there and wait with your money. But why do you have the staff of wizardry instead of the ogre axe? The only reason is because you just click your quick buy button and it's the first one there.
So he wants to be a wizard. You know, he's here to. Okay, I'm just coping at this point. I don't know. You're right. But, you know, he's... I guess he could probably put out the Clogging Blade for an Ogre Axe, right?
That's I mean, better, it's just more damage, yeah. You can't chop trees, which is actually kind of annoying, but, like, you're in the mid lane anyway, so you certainly... It's, like, way less of a deal than it is in the side lanes.
First time in a while, we really have no action going on. We have a lot of abilities available. Black Hole's available. Black Hole's not available. Winter's Curse is available, however, so we have some plays ready to be made. Bottom lane's a stun on Cello Mel with the Magic Missile. Camel will hook in the Dark Willow. Fissure will hit on one. Zodaway Bulldog into Echo Slam Chain Stun. That's already 2 dead. Pudge and Wyvern. Polar Ass. Clean House in the bottom lane, and there's only one Venge in between them and taking the T1 tower. And while they're going for Venge anyways, an Avalanche into the Fissure, and it will be a very dead Venge. 3 kills there for the side of Polar S.
Yeah, this game looks like very bad for Radiant already. I'm gonna say I feel like Dire has to make a mistake to lose this from the position that they're in, but maybe that's not entirely true. They got the mid tier 1 for free, but I think Hull City has to feed for Radiant for me to see a way that Radiant can get the initiative in this game.
The reason why I agree with you that Dire is one, so Dire in the lead, and they have Void. That's all I have to say. They're in the lead and they have Void.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty fair. Like, I think Void is definitely a little overrated, especially by like casters. But this hero is definitely really good, especially when you're ahead. Because when you're ahead, you just like don't care about your counters really. Because you just end up getting a shit ton of health. And
at least 1 kill for Nebula finally. They'll get Levi.
Okay. That's pretty nice. Just like getting random influxes of 200 gold is kind of always a big deal, especially in your cores that are behind.
And that is finally a Flesh Heap stack for Camel Farmer. He could begin gaining strength.
Yeah. I mean, Dire's ahead, but they're kind of just farming. I guess this is just kind of the way that the games go. But has this guy clicked Chronosphere this game?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Well, I think that would be a good place to start.
We'll see abilities click top lane, no Chrono quite yet, but we'll see a Tower Deny from the Beast of US East. There's Curse and Black Hole if they want to turn on the Beast, but they fear this man. They fear the man who's a Blink on Tiny.
Yeah. I mean, Dire's like really close to being just like like they're close to being so strong that they cannot click their buttons and they lose.
I love
Yeah.
this man. I love this man on Tiny. Just blinks in, destroys Venge, walks away. That's Dota 2 right there.
I mean, it's never. It's like this is the when Tiny's the fucking strongest of the game. You can see he just one taps the support heroes right now. So he kind of does have to get those kills, otherwise he might struggle to scale. I guess you're not as worried about that on offline
Here we go
Tiny
again.
as
He goes
mid
on
Tiny.
C. Oh, the toss missed by the Beast of the US East. An unfortunate mistake from him.
I'm disappointed that he tossed like that, and this is his Siggy. I'm
Listen,
disappointed.
sometimes you have the bloodlust on your mind. You're not looking at the screen, you just look at the kills. And
I mean, okay, like it's not really his fault. I don't think there was any way he could have gotten the toss, but that was embarrassing to watch, from be honest.
I'm defending the Beast. The Beast, he'll get him next time.
Like,
He'll get
well,
him next
I mean,
time.
whatever, right? Like, he's 5'1".
He'll get him
You
next
fuck up your toss,
time.
you don't die. It's like it is what it is.
Got a soul ring. He's ready to go for some more. He sees a more important kill. He's letting the Radiant get overconfident right now. And see, overconfidence has been achieved. They see a real CK bottom lane. Never mind, they're not killing him. I got excited for nothing. Wait a minute, Camel Farmer. You are in danger. There's Day Vision. The Dyers see you. Blink, toss, avalanche. The Bedlam from Dark Willow. Camel remains half HP, however, and is actually fine. Okay, then.
Yeah. I kind of like the way that Dyer's playing that. They got their Void farming the bottom lane, so he's kind of like in range to connect if the fight does go for a while when they enter the Dyer jungle. I don't know. They just like came into the Void though, or they came into the Pudge, so it's not a whole lot you can do. They do have the Shaker Eggs. This guy is extremely strong. Alright, he cleaved the Eidolons there.
Oh, he's ready to go.
The Ags.
That's a very large cleave, too. 650 range cleave is quite large.
Yeah, Battle Fury is also 650.
Battle Fury's large. Well, here we go again. You mentioned the one tapping of supports, and surprise, surprise, he is. This wasn't really a one tap, but it is Acid Rain dead.
Yeah. They're really strong right now, and with their lineup, with this like double strength stunner offlane and mid, when they both have good games, they're doing what they should be right now, which is just running around and killing heroes. I think they have been a little bit passive overall, but
Ooh, good long range hook from Camel. The Beast US East is 2/3 HP. Levi can purge. Chooses not to purge. Now will purge. And I'll walk away
Yeah,
to Tiny.
I think he was waiting for a dismember to cancel, but Pudge ended up. Ooh, oh!
Right back to mid again. Another hook on Tiny. The swap is a way to try to save, but it will not matter at this point. The Tiny is dead. The Omni is dead. The swap was offensive. My bad. Mistake. Meanwhile, bottom lane for Chronosphere on CK. CK used his Phantasm to attempt to kill the Void, hence the Chronosphere. And neither character will get the kill, but with the arrival of Whole City, Fume is in a lot of danger right now. Oh, he's in so much... Wait, never mind. He goes in on Fume, going for Soniga. Bulljax has arrived. Now Whole City will get cursed by Bulljax.
I don't think getting. Oh, it does increase the duration. Interesting. Okay.
Well, here we go again. It's a Chaos Bolt on Whole City. Hook was missed. Terrorize hits on only the Chaos Knight. This member will finish off Whole City as Fume will be betrayed, it appears, so now both teams lose a core. Chelamello joins his Shaker in the grave. Soniga will TP away as the Beast avalanches onto with his Blink in. Acid Rain will Magic Missile to turn. The Beast still wants to fight, but he's running out of spells for a little bit of time. He has stuns in 4 seconds. Bulljax is breaking his Blink for now. The Beast will toss and avalanche the Tiny. On the Tiny against the Pudge. Jesus, I am messing up tonight, but it does not matter, because Campbell messed up the hook as well. Everyone's sloppy, it appears, and now both teams appear to still want to move to the north. But the Beast re-engages on the... Oh my lord, what a player! He engages again into the 1v3 to kill the Venge! He's out of control!
Pretty well played. Dyer's catch, or sorry, Radiant's catch is like not super easy as well. They have like Swap, which is pretty good, and then they have Curse, which is like all right, but they don't have a Blink stun hero like Dyer does in Tiny or Shaker. So it's kind of hard. Like when the tiny just blinks in like that, they just watch him as he runs away. They don't really have too much. I mean, overall, I think it was a pretty good fight for Radiant, though. They got the important whole city kill, and then Enigma was just farming the entire time as well. This Enigma is like super strong now with this Wraith pack. This hero is probably the strongest hero in the game now, even with this tiny ball now and the Earthshaker being as farmed as he is, and the Void being really rich too. This guy is this Enigma just like doesn't die and does infinity damage with Eidolons and Black Hole.
30-man smoke. It is go
Radiant
time.
should be looking to play with him now. Yeah, I like this maneuver.
Yeah, they are. You mentioned the power of the Enigma, and they are joining the Enigma right now. Cello is in moderate danger right now. He's slowed by Bulljacks, hooked in by Camel. Whole City will disrupt the chain of stuns, and that will allow Cello TP way under the Shadow Realm. It's a good play there from Whole City. We're in for some more, though. Both teams have a ward place. Division is present. Camel will miss one more hook, and now it's the Beast blinking in, demolishing Acid Rain. However, Radiance will go on the Beast. Levi's purge the chain stun. Whole City engages in. Sonic God has no TP. He cannot join the fight easily, but he's time walking over. Whole City and the Beast want to go in, it appears. Both engaged, though neither are in range. And the fight is over.
Pretty. I mean, okay, sure, they got the Acid Rain kill on Dire, but I think they're hoping for something more. Their Shaker had. I mean, they had like all their cooldowns, and the Shaker had an Arcane Rune as well.
I guess on the flip side, it was Radiant choosing that fight, and they had the hero who died.
Yeah, that's true. They did go on the aggressive with the smoke.
It is daytime once again, minute 20. And again, it's another rune for Whole City, a double damage rune this time.
It's for, like, 900 with the DD active? Yeah.
I think a little more than that, actually. Closer to 1,000, even.
Yep.
Just short of 1,000. I'm sure he wants to use it right now mid lane, but Pudge... Despite Pudge not being that farmed, he's still not the easiest kill in the world with the Hood and the Flesh Heap active.
I'm surprised he bought a Hood this game. I can kind of understand it. Like, Void ends up doing a good bit of magical damage with Maelstrom procs, and that's a lie, actually. But I can kind of see why he wanted a Hood, and it's just like good on Pudge in general. I don't think I would have bought a Hood, though.
Oh, poor Acid Rain. He is left completely isolated by his team. He's so dead. However, it's time for some more. Fissure on Camel Farmer. Camel Farmer will get stunned as well as a two-man curse to disrupt the chain stun. Camel now is unstunned. Sonic God has a Chronos here, but doesn't even need to use it right now as the Beast finds the kill on Camel. As Pudge and Venge are both dead. And the remainder of Nebula must run away, tail between their legs now.
Dire's just kind of like out farming Radiant, getting all the kills right now. I like this. I like how Fume ended up here. I didn't really watch the way his hero moved, but I like that he ended up here and pressed Phantasm. He's gonna be able to farm all this area out.
This top tier 2 is actually pretty injured. It's not going to die yet, but it's going to die soon.
I mean, they have the TP here, or it's gonna die. Okay, they have Glyph, I guess.
I guess Dragon Scale, too.
Should move his illusions forward. He could have hit this wave a little bit.
It would have been extra, at least 2 lasts off that one, probably. The duration wasn't that high, but every bit counts.
I mean, Radiant is like waiting for a timing. I don't super love this Fume build either. He's just Armlet into Orchid, or Armlet Echo Orchid. I mean, okay, maybe he'll silence an Omni Knight and want to fight off of it. But I think that he honestly probably should have bought a BKB, and then they try to go with this like.
Oh no,
Act.
Marshall! He has been tossed in by the Beast of US East. He's not quite dead on the Enigma, but Dire certainly want to kill him. Problem is they actually can't. Instead, it's the Beast who's in danger. He's been dismembered. Levi will purge it, now tossing away the pudge towards his own wyvern. Meanwhile, on the south side, we have Shaker being gone on by Fumes a long stun, but it's a Chronosphere to save his Shaker. Perhaps. Shaker's incredibly low, will not die. Acid Rain, meanwhile, is dead. Holsity gets hooked from long range again. The curse is only on one, but it's a good chain stun on the Faceless Void. The Black Hole as well. They're on two. Levi down. Faceless Void dead. The Beast will avalanche to kill Marshall, but it will not matter. Dark Willow is dead. The Tiny will fall. That's a full 5-man wipe for Nebula.
Alright, the fight ended up being really good for them. Yeah, they did play pretty well. I think it was really solid curse usage, and then Marshall recognized that you should just like save the black hole and then cast it on top of the curse. That's like insane brain gymnastics from Whole City there.
It
In
actually
but,
is.
I mean, I think Dire kind of messed up that fight. They didn't get any Earthshaker spells off because he walked back into Hook, and I mean, he just got caught out. So his Void had to Chrono on top of him, which, yeah, that was certainly not the way that they wanted to take the fight. And now with this Pudge Eggs, they're not looking to take Roche because everyone's alive already on Dire.
And Camel, I think, blinked into the very north edge of the Chrono there in that fight too, and if he was just outside of it, then that fight's so much worse. You just hook Fume out of the Chrono and say, oh, Fume's is completely fine. I mean, he lived anyways, but he wouldn't have even been injured there. Wait, that's a 5-man smoke. Radiant lacks spells, Dire in the Roshan pit. This is a bold one right
Roche?
here.
That's crazy.
The Beast is incredibly dead, it appears. Levi will attempt to save him, having the grace to purge this member, but Radiant does have too much damage, I think. Maybe not, actually. Instead, Sonic got time walking in. We see a Bedlam hitting Pudge. A Pudge will kill Dark Willow anyways. Over to Sonic. His BKB is only half left. He's feeling this man fight currently. He's forced to time walk away. Meanwhile, Hail Farmer runs down Levi with the Rot. It's both supports dead and the core scrambling to escape. Rough fight again for Polar S.
Yeah, that was well played. Kind. I mean, the Void just didn't have Cronus for that fight, so he couldn't do that much. I'm pretty surprised that Dire just like walked in the Roche pit, though. I think that generally when there's these like standoffs around the Roche pit where teams want to like play around the pit, but they don't want to like commit for it because they know there's a good chance that it'll go bad, they kind of just like they either try to smoke around or they just like sit on their high ground and wait and farm around the area. And I think they got a little bit overzealous on Dire trying to hit the Roshan pit because that's like the one way that fight can go bad, kind of, because they're like forcing the engagement to happen right then and there when their heroes are a little bit out of position and they don't have Chronosphere. If they're a little bit more patient, then they probably could have just like got a ward here and just played around this ward until they had Chronosphere back up, and then maybe they can try to like smoke around the Radiant heroes or just walk into the Roche pit.
Polar Ass, I mean, when they're behind, they're known for their patience. When they're ahead, they're definitely not. They're here to go in sometimes, and this time it did not pay off in the slightest. They have thrown their lead entirely. They went from, what, like 4k up? And now they're literally a k behind.
Yeah, the fights are supposed to be hard for them, but if there's one thing I know about League of Lads, it's that no one's favored in the fights.
That's too accurate. That's far too accurate.
But it does look pretty hard for Dire to take engagements, I'll say. Like the kind of the problem with this like double strength initiator core duo, having them be your 2 and 3, is that you are a little bit light on damage, especially with Whole City's build. Like, this guy did not really buy damage items. He has the BKB coming up, which is like kind of weird to consider a damage item, but you need items that give you strength on Earthshaker to deal extra damage, and so BKB is kind of the best thing he's got. Like, he does a decent amount of damage, but like one enchant totem every
ball played from the Beast. He's engaging in, knowing his ward is dead. Is there actually not a fight? There's gotta be a fight right now. There's no way there's no fighting.
I mean,
yeah,
Levi's dead. Yeah.
They're gonna let him die. You were saying before that?
Oh, I fucking forgot my train. Oh yeah, Earthshaker, he's low damage right now with his build, because like, sure, enchant totem he hits for a lot, like when he gets to enchant totem every 5 seconds, but he doesn't do enough damage every 5 seconds with this hit to like make him a major concern. He's kind of just like playing around being a support Earthshaker with Fissure and Echo, and just like waiting in the back line. I think if you play carry shaker, if you really want to scale well, unless it's like an insane Echo Slam game, then
Bit of
you need to play,
a
like,
rough
standard
curse from
control.
Bulljax. Only a blink curse on one. Orchid Wasted has well. Tiny is the target. And he will die. It's important to get this kill, and they will secure it.
Fortunately. Yeah, okay. I like that cursed idea to try to like lock down the Willow to try to catch more heroes, but just didn't end up working out there because of the reduced duration when it only hits a single unit.
If you managed to Orchid Dark Willow during the Shadow Realm animation, I didn't even know that ability had an animation. But apparently
Yeah,
it got him during the
point
animation.
3 now. That's that's one of the
0.3.
newer changes. 0.3 second animation. It's like it's a delay actually. Yeah, I think it has 0 animation still, but you like click it, and then it's like it takes 0.3 seconds, and then you become invulnerable.
Bit unfortunate there for Fume. But again, you kill a core, you get a power. All is well.
Yeah, they still have Aegis. They have this heart CK timing, so the Faceless Void is like not quite strong enough to kill the CK or to like really even fuck with them that much. I think you ideally would have this 20 talent. Yeah, but the CK is like very impossible to kill with Venge Wyvern behind him and Wraith Pack down and this heart and Aegis.
Well, range racks appear
You
to
can
be
try to toss
dead.
him.
Oh, good
Oh.
hook into Orchid. The BKB is forced out of Shaker, but again, Shaker is half HP. He'll turn and stun the Pudge. There's a Solar Guardian on 4 from Levi. Fume will respond with the Phantasm to
Fissure?
demolish the Beast of the
Whole
US
city?
East. Whole City, pump pick the Fissure, cancel it too early, did not save his Tiny, and well, he apparently won't save his Arax either, barring a huge play right now. Melees are under attack. Sonnegat looks on the south side for a wraparound gank. He'll go for a Chronosphere, hitting out to nobody! Black hole on Void. It's a disaster. There's a whole city in the black hole as well. What is going on right now? Whole city is dead. Sonnegat's chain stun. He'll time walk away, but he swapped back into a curse. Bit of a weird stacking of stuns, but it will not matter if you kill Sonnegat. You have killed Sonnegat. All 3 cores are dead. The racks are dead. This has been a disastrous turn of events for Polar Ass. What is going on here?
They can go through him. Yeah.
What's
This
that?
game's just over.
What just happened? How does this game go so badly so fast? Yeah, we were sitting here, we were real confident 15 minutes ago, and now we're confident the other way.
All right. The game's not over. At least it's pretty good for Dire. I guess Aegis is running out. Is what they're concerned about. Dire doesn't have any spells still. They have like Echo, but they have no Chrono still. They're just gonna go farm them out. Yeah, sure. That's fair, I guess. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I don't think they're farming the map optimally though. I think someone should have written down like, yeah, like this, and walked here, and then like cut the wave and farmed their Dire triangle out. This is not a triangle anymore.
Yeah, it's still a triangle. One camp here, one camp here. Secret shop. It's a triangle, right?
No.
Yeah, me and Neff had this conversation, and I think he called it the triangle of sadness now.
I said, yeah, that sounds like something Nip would do.
It is absolutely something he would do.
It's still the triangle, but there are just 2 camps in the triangle.
It's a very weak triangle.
Yeah. All right, now Whole City has the Satanic queued up. Actually, the one interesting thing about Earthshaker is Silver Edge on this hero. That's like the one thing that, or not like the one thing, but that's like one of the couple tricks you have on this hero, because having the guaranteed crit on hit with Enchant Totem is really strong for this hero. And so that's another one of the items that you can get to be high damage. But I don't know. Hull City's gonna need like some free kill money from Radiant choking to like do any major damage in this team fights, because he's just locked down for CK illusions right now. And I mean, maybe he just like won't cast Fissure on them when his teammates are dying as well. So not even that's guaranteed.
Seems like Polar Ass want to. They do want to go. They're 5-man smoking. Chronosphere is available. It's time for Sonnegat to achieve redemption for his last Chrono. He came very close to a perfect 3-man Chrono. All 3 heroes were slightly on the outside. Perhaps this time it will be different. Looking at Radiant Vision, they have good coverage for when the smoke breaks. Whole City is sitting on a ward, though he is still smoked. Patience, perhaps. Smoke now broken. Camel, the man who broke it. Hook on Whole City from medium range into a chain stun. This could be a disaster. Purge on Whole City will BKB as well. He's swapped in by the Venge. Chronosphere. It's only on CK. But if they can kill CK, it's worth it. Problem is, the curse is fall on Sonic God. Black Hole on Void. He's being completely chain stunned. Sonic God will now time walk away, but at this point, it's too late. Whole City is low. Sonic God is low. Your damage is simply not doing damage. Meanwhile, we see the Beast running down Acid Rain, perhaps, but the remainder of the team is having disaster right now. Again, we're seeing a hook on Omni Knight, TP away from Cello Mello, but as all of that happens, we're seeing Sonic God and Whole City man fighting with Marshall. Marshall gets glimmered and survives as well. The fight is absolutely chaotic. Currently a 1-for-1. Marshall blinks to the north and the east away, as Camel now arrives with a hook if he can land it. It will be hard, but he still wants it. Blink away from the Beast, away from the CK with a double damage rune. Sonic God, oh, he's been found, perhaps. Hook again missed. Sonic God TPs, but there is a cancel. A disastrous end to the fight for Sonic God.
Yeah, Radiant's taking... I mean, okay, these fights are pretty chaotic, and I don't think either of them are playing perfectly, but they're doing well with the way that they're playing, kinda. Because, like, I think the CK should probably have some kind of mobility item, either a Silver Edge or a Blink, to, like, kind of go in on these heroes, because I sort of understand the angle he's taking, where he just wants to be this like big unkillable tank in the front of the fight. I think it's kind of hard to play CK like that, and you kind of naturally end up building. You just naturally end up becoming a tank even when you buy items to kill people, like Silver Edge, because then you like buy Scotties and stuff later on. You're big tanky and strong anyways. But he kind of just like runs around now in these fights and presses Reality Rift on people, which is like okay. But we kind of saw at the end of that fight where Beast just blinked out.
Maybe with the Abyssal Blade, that'll be what he needs, because at that point you have that extra active. You have the he has the Reality Rift Pierce Spell Immune talent. You throw it into a BKB piercing Abyssal Blade, and that's lockdown right there.
It's pretty good against the Void BKB, having the Reality Rift Pierce Spell Immunity plus Abyssal Blade. I still think you would benefit from like a Blink, and like all the Blink upgrades are pretty good for CK. Probably Int Blink or Strength Blink is best. You saw the game, right? Because bought Int Blink like 2 majors ago.
I've been a real big advocate of like Int Blink on these strength cores for a while, but wait. Think Avalanche Toss. It's on Venge. Goodbye, Venge. Campbell's in, by the way, but he has a lot of fighting to do. He'll hook in Shellmel for the 1-for-1 trade. He moves over to Tiny. Meanwhile, on the south side, we see Sonic God time walking away from Fume, Orchid, forced to BKB from the Void. Meanwhile, back to the Beast, he goes in towards Camel Farmer. Sonic God has the Chrono, but he's black holed. A huge black hole. They're chain stunning the Void. The Void cannot get away. He is dead. An astronomical price to lose your Void and your Tiny and buy back your Willow. Another lost fight for Polar Ass.
Yeah, I mean, he has buyback on Void, but he doesn't have BKB if he buys back, even though he still has Chronosphere. Marshall played that fight really well, I'll say. Because it started out with the Tiny trying to toss the Pudge back to like get him away from him. But Marshall blinked on top of the Tiny, so the toss just like redirected the Pudge back on top of him. He like didn't move, which is pretty interesting. And then of course he had the nice Chrono that barely clipped the Void.
Are these fights? The problem with these fights is they're too large, you know? Like it's too much distance between one play and the other. I literally cannot catch all at the same time.
Yeah, and that's fair, and I think that's a little bit of why Dire are losing these fights as well, because their heroes just lend really well to like starting a fight and just like instantly killing a hero, and then either just like backing up or using the fact that you killed an important hero to just like go and overwhelm the opponent in your team fight. But it's like pretty hard for them to just like get instant kills on important heroes, even though they have 3 heroes that are kind of made to burst people. And so I mean, like the fights just feel really difficult for them. I think they have to play for tossback, but there's like you can't like it doesn't really work. I think that's something that you had to go for, but you toss back the CK, it's like not a big deal for him. All right, yeah.
Well, he's silenced. Now we'll toss back the CK. CK has 2 lives, so it's going to be very hard to kill him. He's still 2/3 HP after all of those stuns. At long last, they'll kill him the first time, but he still has Phantasm. Wait, where does he end up now? Echo Slam on Pudge. Pudge half HP. Dire.
Great
Engage in with the curse. It's only on one, but Tiny is locked down. Chronosphere. It's Vend and Wyvern on the inside. The saves have been disrupted, and it's popped on Bulljax. Levi buys back. Sonic God goes in to kill the Venge. Meanwhile, back to the whole city. Oh, he's destroyed by Fume. Meanwhile, it's back to another blink in by Pudge. Sonic God will time walk away, but at this point, they need a big jump, and that big jump is the toss play on Fume. Fume finally has one life, and at long last, they may kill the raid boss. He has a cold embrace upon him, but he's being locked down again by the Curse Crown, into the fissure, into some bashes. And Fume, he's still life-stealing somehow, some way, but he's finally dead. Marshall dies as well. That's the defense you need to pull their ass.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Okay, so I think Radiant misplayed that fight a little bit. Their CK got tossed in, and it's like, I understand not wanting to go in and help him, because you do kind of just have to like run through Dire and run through this tower, where you potentially get Chronosphere, potentially get Tiny comboed. But that's like kind of what you have to do when your guy gets tossed in, because he just like, his first life just like went down for free. Like they had plenty of time to... by the hook, which is something that we didn't talk about, but that's another save for Chronosphere. And then the Wyvern just had an Aeon disc. So the Chronosphere led to 0 kills again, but it was like, it did a decent job, I guess, of splitting up the fight so that they couldn't help the Chaos Knight out. It was like 100, it was like 1500 range away.
So Whole City... Back to his items. We've been talking about Whole City's items a lot today, but they've been interesting. No Satanic, as previously in his quick buy. He has Overwhelming Strength Blink, and he's going into Travel's Refresher Orb. This is fascinating.
Sounds like it's like probably fine, because I think it's too late for him to buy the Satanic. Like he kind of like missed the train to go scale and like carry the game by right-clicking people. So I think, yeah, now he just kind of has to play to be a really farm support Earthshaker. I don't really like the bot's refresher, because I mean I think he just like doesn't have mana for the refresher first of all, so that's like a problem. And I think there's also other items he can buy that are higher impact, like Octarine, if he's gonna play for this this like fissure and just like slow burn chain stun with the, or not chain stun even, but just like annoying this CK by stunning his illusions over and over again. And I think getting this Enchant Totem cooldown plus Octarine Core, or I mean even the Aftershock range plus Octarine Core is a lot better. I mean even like support Earthshakers were valuing this item highly. There is at least one game I feel like where Shakers just didn't go Blink and they just went Shard into Octarine Core. He does have Ags on Tiny finally.
I got bad news. Twitch's servers has decided to die on us. Ooh. I checked my internet. It's not me. It's Twitch. So hopefully the stream resumes soon, but it's currently not working. Oh well. Hopefully it comes back sooner rather than later. Actually not sure how that works with the delay. What's gonna happen when it returns?
It feels good to be this good.
You know better than I would.
I think we're under. Wait, it's back. It's back. Is it? I think it's back. I think we're good. The stream should be here again. But they're not going to know that until 2 minutes from now that we had the problem as well, so... All's well that ends well. KLF will dismember the Omni Knights. And that will eventually be a dead Omni Knights. Solo killed there by the Pudge.
Oh yeah, the game's still going on. Kale Farmer's honestly he hasn't been. He's been a little bit quiet this game, but his hero still scales phenomenally. So I think he's still gonna be annoying for Dire. Once he gets like, I think he kind of needs an armor item because he's got 13 armor. So I'm not like that big of a fan. I think he's got Strength Blink right now. Yeah, he's got Strength Blink. Recipe on the courier. I think you should buy Shiva's. But once he gets like once he gets Strength Blink, Shiva's plus the 25 talent, he just kind of like farms Dire. They can't do too much about him, and they like just the way that Ag's Pudge plays. Pretty good against these Dire heroes. I mean, he won't really be able to do much saving into Chronosphere like he was doing before. But he can kind of just like blink on the Shaker or the Tiny and be a problem.
We're at the point now where, I mean, it feels like Polar S, it's going to require some heroics. I mean, we saw a bit of heroic defense in the base, but that was a lot of mistakes by Nebula.
I mean, to be honest, this game's looking a lot better for Polar S than it did like 15 minutes ago. Like, this game looks very doable. They're only 6k gold behind. They have some pretty good heroes making comebacks. Like, they got Earthshaker who can echo if the enemy team fucks up. You win a fight off that. You have Faceless Void, who's just like good at winning fights when you're behind because you got this insta-kill button in certain scenarios. I'd say Radiant's still favored, but like this game is far from over. Yeah,
Here's the fissure, mid lane on Pudge. He's nigh unkillable in a normal team fight with his items, but in a 5v1 he's a little bit more killable apparently.
Yeah, I mean, like currently he's not even that tanky. Like, okay, yeah, he took a while to die. He rots people. He's annoying. 4k HP, sure, but he only has 13 armor. So his Void clicks him down.
Well, my question is at this point, when do we get this Roshan? This second Roshan? Third Roshan? How many Roshan? It's been 2 Roshans, correct?
I'm gonna say it's been second Rosh, but I can't remember.
That's okay. It's in a minute, so a middle of the road spawner.
Yeah, I think the CK should also have an AC. Like I kind of talked earlier about, I thought he should have a blink. He never bought a BKB either, which I guess I can respect because he started winning with it. So why buy it if you're winning? Or yeah, like why buy it if you don't need it? But I think he does kind of need AC because his armor is also a little bit low. It's only 22 when armlet's active and 18 when it's not active. And his team needs armor as well. Like his Pudge benefits a lot from it. I mean, fuck, even the Eidolons are gonna do extra damage. Like he's gonna melt buildings with Enigma, Eidolons, and the AC aura.
Now, I'm looking at the armor. Both Enigma and Pudge are incredibly low armor heroes right now. I mean, this is Enigma with 18,000 net worth, 10 armor. Pudge with 20,000 net worth, 13 armor. That's not much armor at all.
Yeah, these heroes actually have comically low agi gain. Like Enigma has 1 agi gain. I didn't realize it was that bad. It's just 1.0 per level.
Now, if you asked me to guess that hero's strength and agi gain, I would have said like 2 and 1.5, not 2.5 and 1.
I would have said like okay. So I know they changed it around a little. I don't know if you play much Ability Arena, but
Is that the new Suns fan thing?
Yeah, that's the
I have
new
played
one.
it 0 times, baby.
Yeah, okay. So like, there's like a kind of a big deal in it. It's like the hero stat game, and so like picking what hero you have is like it's important to know their stat gains. And some of these heroes have way more strength gain than I thought. I mean, like I kind of knew Shadow Shaman was beefy, but he's like 2.7 strength gain, and his starting strength is like 29 or something, 27 maybe.
Huh.
That guy starts with a lot of HP. Let me take a peek right now.
Sounds accurate.
That guy starts with 660 HP. Let me click on. Let's look at some strength heroes. Abaddon 640.
Listen, Abaddon is a base hero. No surprise about that one.
Alchemist same 660. Yeah, okay. Well, and yeah. So like some of these heroes have different strength gains or have different stat gains than you'd think.
You know, I know there's some heroes that you know the stat gains for. Like, for example, if you're like Tiny, right? Pretty much everyone knows
Zero
like
agi.
Tiny's strength gain and agi gain. One is high, one is very low.
I think it's 4 strength gain in Ability Arena. I don't know if that's how it is in Real Dota.
Yeah, it's 4.0 in Real Dota as well.
Okay, yeah.
I got it on the screen right now.
Yeah, I mean, potentially I'm just gaslighting myself and they actually didn't change anything in Ability Arena. And I just assumed they did because some of the numbers seem whack.
And they probably are at some point if they haven't already, because it's just balance, right? I'm sure Suns fan and whoever that like Buka or whoever, they have stats like, yo, this Shadow Tom Nero has a 99% win rate. You should probably nerf him, right? Or being hyperbolic on that one, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's like not exactly how the game works, but yeah. I mean, I like it would just make sense if they changed it around. So there isn't an easy way for me to look right now because like there isn't much documentation out for the game. Uh, Only 3K gold lead for them. Take a peek at the graph. It's
I wish we weren't paused right now.
yeah, same. Radiant went from having 92% win percentage. Right now they got 73, which is actually a lot higher, honestly, than I would say. I guess they have faith in this like double black hole plus curse to counter initiate against Chrono.
I feel like Dota Plus likes Omni Knight though a lot. It's one of those heroes that Dota Plus tends to like, so I'm surprised. Yeah, it's that low for Dire.
Yeah, I think a lot of these heroes that are just like high win rate permanently, Dota Plus favors like Omni Knight Spectre and Necrophos Underlord. These heroes that are just like perma high win rate, even though they are bad a lot of the times.
I feel like a lot of those heroes that are like perma high win rate are nowhere as high of a win rate as like heroes you see back in the day. I remember back in the day, it was like Lich, Necro, like these heroes like Omni. It's like a 60% win rate in pubs.
Yeah.
And then it adds like 0 pro picks ever, 60% win rate in pubs. Now these heroes who are at the top of the pub bracket, they're still like, 54, 55% win rate, but nothing like it used to be,
Yeah, Spectre is just like perma high win rate. A lot of yeah. That's fair.
53.75%. Man, I wish there was somebody who was hired by Dota Buff to write an article about that one. I wonder who it could be. Maybe Logical Dota 2.
I don't think I'll ever. Maybe I will write an article at some point.
I miss writing. Oh, here we go. Blink in by Camel finding 2 supports. One of them, the Omni Knight, will get blasted. Hook in as well on. Oh my, Chelamel. That's a great hook from Camel Farmer. That's 2 supports dead right there.
Yeah, that wasn't that impressive. It looked pretty nice. So good stuff, Camel Farmer. Okay, nice. This ward is pretty important because I only got a sentry, so that's unlucky. But
Acid is ready. Acid is ready to go.
I like it. I like the idea. He probably should put it like here or like here.
Well, here we go again. That's both of your buybacks. Retreat time, but it's an avalanche toss on Venge. Venge will stun on 2. In comes Fume, looking to chain stun. Whole City will BKB. Acid Rain gets slapped down by Whole City, but in comes Fume again, hitting the beast. He's down to half HP, crit down by the Chaos Knight again. Curse on 2. Hell over to the Guardian Angel as well. Remember, on the Shaker, and in comes a Black Hole. Stopping Sonic gets demolished, and it's 3v1. He could not chrono in time. Now the beast. He'll barely walk away. Sonogod has bought back into the game. Here comes your Chrono, perhaps, but another Black Hole from Marshall! The huge play from Enigma! Sonogod is at the 2 Black Holes consecutively. Dismember on Levi. Omni will fall. 2 diebacks, and Polaras may have lost this game 1 now.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem with Dire's draft, is they kind of have solo core.
Echo Slam on Pudge! Oh, he's still not killable. The Cold Embrace just too fast. Whole City will get away for now, but another hook in by Camel Farmer. It's a disaster. Whole City is dead. He does have a buyback. He will buy back, but the beast has fallen. He too will buy back, but it's a 2v4. This will not work.
I mean, Dire kind of has a solo court lineup because the Shaker is like, he's got some tricks. He's being annoying. He's got the refresher recipe in his backpack, but he's not really doing damage.
There's your GG. The moment he gets orchided, they know it's over.
Good recognition by Marshall there. I think actually the reason that he died on the first time with his BKB and he didn't get Chrono off was he time walked in, he got abyssal by Fume instantly, which is a good play by Fume. That fight's just really hard to win for Dire though, I think, in the situation that it was at.
Sonogod was saying in the all chats if you guys lose this game, Void is being banned. Well, they didn't lose this game. They countered Void with 5 heroes, and they beat Void.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Void will be banned by Radiant, at least by Voljax. I think he's the drafter. Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Actually, I said that. If you told me no, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm. We've got some graphs. There's some interesting graphs today. I want to look at this player net worth graph. We see for a long time these
Oh.
dire cores doing a great job, but Fume is just so much more farmed at the end.
I got that wrong, by the way. He didn't Abyssal the Void. That was very interesting. I just watched that back on the stream. So Void time walked in, and then Venge swapped him like back into his own base, and then he got long range pulled by CK, and Marshall black holed on top of the pull. I don't even know when Fume clicked Abyssal that fight, but it was on cooldown.
No, I didn't necessarily see anything except for that black hole. Like, I see black hole, black hole. It's one of those things in Dota, right? You see a black hole get cast, you must say black hole. It's it's the most exciting ability in Dota, so you gotta mention it.
Yeah, I mean it's an easy thing to follow, and normally that's like normally the big buttons are like the main storyline of the team fights.
All right, I'm gonna cut us to a 2-minute break. Got anything else to say to the people before the break?
No,
Cool.
not
All right, I'm cutting the break. We'll be back for game number 2. We'll see you soon. Greetings and salutations again, though, fans. Welcome back for Game 2 now of the League of Legends Season 10 Losers Finals. It is the Game 1 victors, Nebula, aka Bing Chiling, aka Frostfire Sims, aka Mrs. Piss-Eyed Sippy, the Balljacks Captain Unit, taking on Polar Ass. I'm Badger, and I'm again joined by Mr. 5 Rat 4 Staff Lontrical. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Interested to see what's going to change at the early stages of these drafts. I feel like this is always a easy thing that you can point to if you didn't like the way that your draft went. This is probably the most consistent way that you're going to change that. I think Polar, maybe they take Wyvern. Okay, they go back for
They
the
got the
Omni.
Omni Knight.
I have to imagine that Radiant's just going to take the same heroes again.
And that's the Enigma, and do we see a Wyvern? We do see a Wyvern, so we have identical. Do we see the Void
I don't think
again?
there's a Void here. No way there's a Void, yeah.
Whoa!
I don't like it that much, to be honest, but it's like, I mean, whatever. Maybe it's better against... I don't know, I don't really think it's... I mean, it's like a little bit better against Enigma. I think Enigma still beats Medusa pretty handily in lane, though. Like, the Eidolons have like 50% magic resistance for some reason, so you need pure physical damage to kill them. That's like part of the reason why Tiny's pretty good as well, is because you can avalanche and like it stuns them for a while, and you can normally get 2 hits with the tree, and you can also toss the tree at them.
Maybe he lane dodges again on the Dusa. He goes like off lane on Dusa this game with the Omni.
That's like kind of odd though, because like you see your matchup. I mean, okay, you see the important part of your matchup, right? Like Enigma plus whatever. I guess last game was like a tri-lane, so it's kind of weird. But you kind of know you're going to be playing Enigma, and then it's like an acid rain hero. I think normally you want to pair Enigma with a melee hero, but maybe it'll be some like whack ranged hero, like Weaver or Venge or something. I guess Weaver's not really whack. That hero's pretty strong, but like you kind of know what you're going to be up against. So I think that if you're going to pick your safe laner like this, it should be something that lanes well into the Enigma. Like I think Dawnbreaker could have been a good choice. I think Bristleback kind of fell off, but I think that could have been interesting. Not that much stuff really enjoys laning into Enigma. I feel like there are definitely heroes that I'm just missing.
I know it's the hero that Sonic God really likes. It's the hero that they go for when it's back up against the wall. Like, all right, back against the wall, break glass in case of emergency, Sonic God Dusa, but it seems like a really hard Dusa game already. Like, Camel plays a good Invoker, right? You can just pick Invoker here if you're Radiant.
Oh yeah, really good Invoker game for Radiant. It's it's a kind of weird matchup against Omni Knight, because okay, so yeah, obviously you can purge off the spells, right? That's kind of just like the best way to beat Omni Knight is purging off his spells, because the important ones are purgeable. However, the way that Invoker Meteor works is it puts a lot of debuffs on you, right? So like when you get Meteored, it's like a lot of instances of the Meteor burn damage. And so the way the Omni Knight's W works is that when you Heavenly Grace a hero, the amount of debuffs that you purge give you extra strength and regen. So if you purge a lot of meteor hits, then you'll just give someone like 1.5k HP.
Is that actually how it works? There's no... Yeah. I believe you, but there's no way that's balanced.
I mean, normally there aren't that many, but against a couple heroes like Jakiro and Invoker and Undying, because of a bug, you can get a lot of strength stacks. There's a bug with Undying where so you know how like when zombies hit you get like the little like stacks of slow. It's like I think it's called Death Lust or something. Bloodlust.
And that's multiple debuffs.
Yeah, even though it's one
icon.
Like, yeah, even though it's one icon, it counts as multiple debuffs. So if you get like you can just I've seen unrealistic clips of demo lobbies where Omni Knight presses W and you just give someone like 10,000 HP.
Yeah, it sounds unrealistic, but I'm sure like 5k HP isn't that unrealistic in like a truly weird circumstance, you know?
Yeah, I could see that. Like some core Undying or like a late game
Invoker Jakiro. I can see it's not that unheard of to see those heroes together.
Yeah, like a late game Undying when you got like Reincarnation and Death Tombstone or like Shard and you're clicking people a lot. Yeah, I could see it happening. Yeah, I mean,
say there's like a morphling on that team as well with Ags. You morph your own Undying. You have like 3 tombstones, Invoker
you can't
Meteor.
morph your own hero anymore.
Isn't that a talent still?
Nah. I mean, okay, I'll double check,
You heard
but
of that?
I'm pretty sure you just can't morph teammates anymore through any means.
Man, I mean, it's just like scarred into my memory
Yeah.
permanently from what it used to be a thing with Morphling Shaker.
Ooh, someone else said that on cast. Kezu. Kezu said the same thing. He's like, oh yeah, they got this Morphling Dark Willow combo. Yeah, which it's really good. Once he gets this Ags, he can turn into the Dark Willow. Or no, is her Shaker, but the same idea. And Odie Pixel immediately called him out for it. So
I feel better, you know. Kezu has like 7,000 more MMR than me. He's 12k, right? Or is he 11k?
I'm pretty sure he's at 12k before. He's
Uh,
probably like 11, 10k right now.
Yeah, whatever number of MMR, just subtract 5k from that. That's what he has on me. So he's a much better, much more knowledgeable player than I am. He made the same mistake, so I feel better.
Oh, he hasn't reached 12k apparently, according to Wikipedia.
It's bad, man.
He's the second highest earning Han player of all time. Only Insania has earned more. Interesting.
I'm surprised it's not one of those guys from the earlier Han days, back when there was more money in Han. I know no-tail fly teams early on were very good, but maybe I guess like guys like Kezu were probably just top player for longer in Han. He didn't come to Dota until like 15, 16.
I don't really know how that. I don't really know very much about that game at all.
I remember we back in like earlier Dota 2, we used to see like these Han players coming over all the time, and then we were
Yeah.
waiting on Kezu. People kept saying, "Oh, this Kezu guy, one day he's gonna come over. This guy's super legit," and then it just didn't happen for years. And then I guess eventually it happened, and well, surprise, surprise, he's good still.
Yeah. He's no, I was gonna make a check. Yeah, Kezu's pretty good.
You can pick the joke if you want. You're a free man. You can go for it.
It wasn't. No. I was gonna be like, yeah, like there wasn't even really a good setup for this joke, but I was gonna say something along the lines that he's like such a. He's like one of the greatest players of all time in Han, apparently, and Dota. He's just a great caster.
Oh God. That's if Kenzie wasn't European, I would defend him right now, but no.
He played on Quincy, but we disown that Quincy iteration.
Oh, that one's like JRX playing for EG never happens. The entire everything but TSM in that like first 6 months of this year never happens. Anything but TSM never existed. EG didn't happen.
Poncho,
Quincy Crew didn't happen.
Milan, and Kezu. That's not an NA team. That one didn't happen. Although I don't have anything against the players. I think they're all pretty interesting people. But
Listen, Lelis and MSS never left Quincy Crew. They were just in hibernation. They were suspended animation. By the way, Invoker got picked. So did Axe. Get some cool heroes.
oh yeah, Axe is kind of cool guy. They do end up going for the Invoker. They pick a Mars, which is like, okay, so it's Enigma 4. Okay, I mean that's something. It's probably fine. I think this hero is still better as a 3, just like overall, because you can play for this like Wraith Pack timing and you scale really well with items. Your hero's still fine as far, you just deny every creep and you just turn into an offlane hero anyways. You need a carry on Radiant, and on Dire they need a mid or an offlane, right?
Yes.
Could be X mid.
Actually, nah, this is a beast hero. This is definitely a beast hero.
Okay.
I'm sure Whole City can play it, but this is a beast hero.
Yeah. Okay, so also this Axe gives me the impression.
What if it's Beast, Axe mid, and the Whole City Visage offlane? They didn't ban Visage.
Wouldn't they just do it the other way around?
You'd be surprised.
I would be, yeah. Also, this Axe pick makes me think that maybe they're going to try lane swapping again. Put the Axe into the Enigma lane, which is like not that good, honestly, because you just like, you don't have to hit the Axe with the Idolons. This is a Bat Rider. Okay.
Well, they have 2 OP heroes available. They choose the Bat Rider. That's a good Slark pick right there. That's an instant Slark pick. It's not good into the Axe, but it's so good into everything else in this game.
Yep. And it's true. I haven't seen the Medusa matchup in a while, but I have to imagine it's pretty good. Slark as a hero has changed, because like I think this hero has been weird. It's not like it's never really that good, except for right now. Like right now, Slark is the best that it's been for a while. the Into the Breach carry player, Otaker or Otaker. I don't know how to pronounce it. It was like really good at it. He was like 8 picking it in draft. But okay, so I think before this hero, like when it was bad, I think this hero likes playing against squishy heroes where you can just like kill them instantly. But I think there was a misconception that this hero likes playing against like specters and pudges and stuff because you can just like farm stacks of them. But I don't really think that you enjoyed that previously on Slark because you just like you would never kill someone. You just like farm a lot of stacks and then like the rest of your team would die or you just like die. But now I think that with the addition of Mage Slayer and the new way that this hero is played with like Ags and just like farming essence stacks, I think that playstyle is like more like reasonable, more feasible. I'm not sure how Fume's gonna do. Maybe he's gonna buy a Diffusal Blade. I guess it's fine. I guess that would be okay. But as long as he can dodge Axe Calls, seems like a pretty good game overall. They might go Slark mid. No, they wouldn't do that.
I just want a game 3, man. That's all I want is game 3. I just want a game 3. I haven't had enough Dota yet.
I'd be down for 2 games. I have a school assignment to do still, but
I've got like 4 days off casting after tonight, so I need. Could he stuck not casting Pro Series, so you know, gotta get my cast in tonight. If you are just joining us, though, welcome to Game 2 of the League of Lads Season 10 Losers Finals. It is Nebula, aka a number of names in the Radiant team, taking on the Game 1 losers Polar Ass and the Dire team. It is go time, do or die, for Polar Ass to avenge their previous season's losses. My name is Badger. I'm joined by the always fantastic, logical Dota 2, and it's go time. They're already seeing Dire invade the jungle right now.
seems like these guys are quick on watching the VODs or something. I'm not sure, but
I'm not sure if somebody's messaging. Actually, Hole said he's the sort of guy who would just watch the stream on 2-minute delay sometimes, just to see the flame between games. Like, I know he's opened the stream between games just to hear the flame, and then close the stream again.
Yeah, it's.
His brain is so big.
I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Ooh, Bulljack's Enigma. I'm not sure he said that.
I did not say that.
Acid Rain Wyvern, Bulljack's Enigma.
It's got a good Wyvern on Acid Rain. Arrow, almost perfect, but a little bit to the north. It will mean that Dire get more runes. Possibly 3, maybe even 4. It will be 3. Fume will grab the one all the way there in the Radiant jungle. But again, 3 runes again for Polar Ass, assuming they eventually grab this rune, but it's just there still.
Looks like he's gonna go Blue Orb on Invoker, which is actually not the popular. Yeah, okay, he took the.
He's gone Pink Orb.
Complex. Yeah, okay, well, I mean, same idea, kind of. But yeah, I think Red Orb's actually pretty popular nowadays. I'd say that's like probably the premier build because of Stormstormer.
Stormstormer, right? I love Stormstormer. He reminds me of like Fata, you know, like back in the day. I just love the way he plays.
I kind of know what you mean, but I think that what you're saying is wrong, and you're saying it because they're both German, right?
And they're both German, and they're both not that flashy, you know.
I don't know if I totally buy that, but that's besides the point. Stormstormer, he just like goes Midas bots on Invoker. Or buys Red Orb. I guess he like plays Batrider, but he'll just like get his Batrider picked on 6, and then he'll like win the lane anyways.
Yeah, if you transport a 2013 Fata into current day, it's like, hey, you can just buy Midas bots every game. Now he would do that 100%.
You can't buy Midas bots though. You kind of gotta be a beast to get away with buying Midas bots. Because if you pick Exor Invoker and you go Midas bots and you lose your lane, it's just over. Your hero is useless and you grief the game. But if you win the game, then it's pretty strong. I think that's what ND showed a little bit during the what's it called? European qualifiers, TI quals.
It feels good to be this
Okay,
good.
Fume did the starting build again, but he is like kind of getting owned in this lane. I think Radiant fumbled a little bit, and he doesn't have regen right now.
Does he have regen on the courier at the very least, or is this courier going? Wait, where is this courier?
No, his courier is here, and it's leaving, but it's going at 254 move speed move speed. And
It's very slow.
yeah, I think he'll like get out of this fine. Slark has some good base regen. He's sitting under tower. He's got tangos. Ooh, it's
We are going to
Bulljacks.
see Bulljacks go down here. That will be first blood going to the Beast of US East.
Okay, I mean, he was probably dead, but I think he could have walked a more think he probably killed himself a little bit.
I almost missed the kill on the Enigma watching Fume range ship blast it. He could have pounced for it. That's just an unfortunate wait. He's not dead, is he? He's injured, but he's not dead.
He's got 8 wand charges. The Marana's level 2, so it's not immediately dead. Honestly, the Enigma dying is pretty good actually. He can kind of bring the Slurk some items.
Does he have Slark's
But
items? He has two
no.
cells.
Yeah, but neither of these are like the Slarks. these are his salves, so they're gonna give him like 200 HP. I'm pretty sure.
That's a Fume use his own salve first, and one of Bulljax's tangos. He'll get another one of Bulljax's tangos. They'll keep him alive. All you do is get Slark to 6, and then he'll actually have inherent regen to play with.
Yeah, one point that Albino Zebra like one thing that Albino Zebra made a big point of. Oh, Marana leafed under a tower for fun.
I'll ignore him now. But what did AB1 say?
It's like the way that the lane dynamic works now is like you used to just kind of like your 5 used to just like force feed carry salves, and that was the meme. But now you can't do that anymore, obviously, because of the salve changes. So it's the support's responsibility to force feed you tangos, and you have to buy salves for yourself because they're cheaper cost. Like people know that salves got nerfed because you can't use them on your teammates, but they also did get their cost reduced as well. So they're more cost efficient HP than tangos nowadays.
On the bright side, have your supports feed, bring you their tangos, bring you your own salve. Then you're good to game. Seeing a big trade in the top lane, by the way. They've been fighting for a solid half a minute. Somehow nobody's dead yet, but Marshall is a man with more HP than anyone else in the lane. But he cannot find the spear play, so again, nobody dies.
Yeah, I mean that change like to the lane makes it a little bit harder for safe laners, I think, because like it's a little bit harder on execution. Because if you fuck up, then you have to have your own salve by then. Otherwise, your support can't just like make up for your mistake and salve you. You have to be a little bit more on top of it. As the pause one. How's the mid lane going? Invoker's winning slightly.
I mean, Camel, he's holding up. He's got a magic wand. He's chilling. He's denying a hero. He's denying range keeps a 4 sticky stack on him somehow. This is wild. Meanwhile, bottom lane, we're seeing a bit of a dive. Bulljax has been called. He should die here. One more hit will do it, and that will be one more kill for the Beast of US East. The one man who's gotten kills this game. Fume's courier now has died. He's pouncing Shello Mellow. Again, no kill secured, and Fume is just forced to run away right now. The Beast is just slapping this man down. Over the top lane, Levi dead. He's in danger, certainly. There's Spear up, and that should be the kill, and that will be the kill.
Ooh. He had 7 wand and Purification off cooldown. I think he kind of got owned by Marshall there.
Maybe he's trying to debate a little bit too hard on that one.
Could be. Fume had to TP bottom, though, because he got like forced out this side to Axe, and Axe is kind of just like cutting, so he can't really walk through the Axe. Has to use his TP. That's minus 100 gold.
Ooh, arrow mid lane on Camel. Chelamello has been freed up to rotate, and that is a big, important kill for Whole City. Reputation by the Marana.
Yeah, I guess he was dead. Camel had 21 charges and had Cold Snap.
Wait, the Beast is diving 1v2. He's an Axe. He's going in. He's out of control right now. He does not care about his own mortality.
Yeah, Vanguard, it's pretty hard for him to kill. Also, like, one thing about Quasflex Invoker compared to Exort is that
if that arrow hits... Oh, that was almost perfect. You're saying?
Yeah, that was like max range. One thing about being Quasflex Invoker rather than Exort, though, is like, it's a lot easier to hit your spells on Quasflex, and your range is a lot larger. But like, the actual damage output that you can do if you hit all your spells is a lot higher if you're Exort. And so like, this Axe, if it was Exort, maybe you'd have to watch out for like an Invoker TP bottom into Meteor. But Quasflex Invoker doesn't do enough damage to Axe, so like, he can play like this, and they're... Like, how is he getting punished? None of the Radiant heroes could do anything. Really, like, they can TP, but he, like, it's not going to scare him. Yeah, just do the shit. That was a good call.
You're seeing Marshall play the lane very heavily as well, but he's still playing in the lane. He's not playing behind the lane at this point. They're going to go on him with 3. The Invoker has rotated in. EMP, Cold Snap on the floor. The Beast actually is out of mana. He should eventually die. Keyword is eventually.
No, he doesn't take damage anymore. He can't get EMP.
Oh no, he's actually... You're
right.
Wait,
he is dead.
Tornado, and there is your kill, maybe?
Right,
nope, never mind. He's just alive still. There's Cold Snap in 1, but there's no Earned Shards for Camel. Arrow will keep the Axe alive. Marana will escape as well. That's And I thought a man tanking that many creeps with 500 HP and no spells would die, but no, he's an Axe of the Vanguard. He is completely fine.
I mean, tank creeps makes him tankier, in all honesty, because it makes it harder for them to stay near him. He takes 0 damage from the creeps because he has the Vanguard finished.
I swear they're Eidolons too, but I guess, again, same thing with the
Yeah.
Eidolons, they just don't do damage. It's what, level 2 Eidolons? Level 2 Eidolons, not enough damage.
Unsuccessful rotation for the Invoker, though. Whole City kind of just like farms mid. I think this is a little bit low skill, but I guess it's good for playing for your own game, because he's got 8-minute bots now.
Oh man, this is...
I guess it's kind of what you doing, Bat Rider, and not really actually. That's a lie. But he's got his bots. So he's pretty farm now. He's got Aetherlens queued. I'm not really a big fan of that. I think he needs BKB kind of against Bat or against Mars and Invoker.
He might just kill the Invoker here. It's 6 Napalm stacks. He has Flame Break skill, but turns to Ball Jackson. So wants the easier... Wait. His lasso. He'll use it into the arrow. Brings the Enigma into the arrow, then onto the high ground. That's the much easier kill than Invoker, that's for sure. This is in a lot of ways similar to repeat the last game, though. You have one of these heroes in Polaris. Last game, Shaker. This game, Axe, who's incredibly farmed, and as a result, it's a 3k lead early on. Question is, how will Polaris throw it away this time? Bottom lane, arrow. On the Slark. Slark is low on mana and has no spells, but the martial rotation will keep the Axe alive. Or sorry, we'll kill... Jesus Christ. We'll kill the Axe, keep the Slark alive. I'm messing up tonight. I'm terrible tonight. It's my bad.
That was also a little bit over aggressive from Beast. Like, I kind of get what he's going for because they picked this Marana Axe combo, so you want to try to get Berserker's Call onto Arrow. But oh, Camel Farmer.
Another missed arrow, but this time it should not matter. Camel still will die. Okay, he still died, but not the way Dyer wanted that. That's a neutral creep tonight.
We'll play it. Yeah, I think he should be pressing his wand more often because he just will get 20 stacks against Bat Rider. He didn't use it for his past 2 deaths, but it worked out there, so I can't flame it too much. But Beast, I think he's playing a little bit too much to pressure the Slark. And I guess it works in the end because he's gonna get this tower now. But as Axe, I think you should kind of just play to optimize your own game. Like, I think honestly, if he was like just playing to cut the creep waves and then like farm the neutral camp with them as well, like just drag them into the neutral camps, I think he could be like 6k net worth right now.
Well, top lane, big kill on Sonagot if they secure it. He has no Stone Gaze skilled. And they will not secure it anyways. Omni had arrived, casted 0 spells, and Radiant said, you know, Omni's in the lane, we're good. He all chats immediately, okay. Interesting.
They didn't click him, they just click spells lit up, right? They didn't like arena him, yeah. Alright. Well, the Medusa's not gonna die unless they bring Invoker. But Invoker's pretty good, catching the Medusa. Because of the mana burn as well.
Dude, I look at Acid Rain. This is Leech and XP right now. This is a real rat play is doing, but it's paying off.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Jim's got the Midas queued, almost finished. Just
Radiant's
trying to recover.
is under attack.
Alright, Beast TP's top.
Time for
I
some
guess I can
offlaner and
see it.
offlaner in action. Perhaps. He has Berserker's Call, of course. Level 3 call, but it's an Arena and Spear combination first. Into the EMP from Camel Farmer. Axe, again, it's very little mana remaining. He can use his 9-1 charges, but there's a 2-man curse. Batrider's being hit by his own axe. He'll get healed by Levi. Whole City will survive for the time being. Arrow hits the Invoker. That's the stun they need into the Flame Break. Acid Rain will embrace his own Invoker, but the lasso plus Culling Blade is far too much damage. Down goes the Invoker.
Alright, well, this plan ended up working out for Dyer. I think that Axe shouldn't have really rotated out of his lane until he had a blink.
Radiant's middle tower.
But it worked. I can't knock it.
What is Bulljack's up to?
He's level 4. I know, that's pretty rough. Acid Rain definitely stole the book from him when he shouldn't
I
have.
remember. He was leeching XP. He was about to hit 6 over here, and then he just grabbed the tome anyways. So he's 7.5 almost.
Yeah. Also, he does have this 1-for-1 build, but it feels a lot worse than it did last patch.
I would like a Black Hole on Enigma, but I guess, you know, there used to be support Enigma players, right? Like, there was a game, I think it was Always Wanna Fly, I was playing Enigma back in, like, 2014. Did not cast Black Hole the entire game. And maybe this is one of those games from Bulljacks who just does not cast Black Hole the entire game.
It's okay. I mean, it's a pretty hard black hole game against Medusa. Like, you gotta black hole the Medusa in weird ways. Otherwise, it just gets stunned by Stone Gaze, or you gotta weigh it down. That's not always feasible.
Well,
I guess
time
it's
for a
just
big
like
fight
a-
top lane, at the very least in 3-on-3. The Beast is running in, looking for Camel Farmer. The call
Nice one.
will be on the mid Invoker, plus some creeps. Camel will Tornado, hitting on 2. It's a 3-man curse on Bat Rider. The arrow will miss. And Whole City will die. Wait, he's purged by Levi. He'll barely survive. Guardian Angel was used to kill Acid Rain and secure the life of Whole City. So again, almost a perfect play from Acid Rain, but it did not pay off in the end, unfortunately for him.
Yeah. Pretty, like, very close.
A little bit short on damage. Just a wee bit short.
Seems looking very good for Dire right now. They just have 3 top net worth cores. The Slark is not really gonna like hit any timings. I'm not sure when he's gonna be able to battle this Dusa, really, unless they throw and give him some free money.
Might be a while. I don't see any free money being thrown quite yet. Or maybe it is free money time. We're seeing a 2-man smoke play, but there is a blink on Axe, so somebody's in danger, and that somebody will be the Enigma. The smoke actually popped on the Invoker, but it will not matter. Bulljax will lose his life to Culling Blade. That's 2 stacks of armor for the Beast.
Tower is under attack.
Over to Acid Rain, he's hammered by Levi, but again, it's support on support action. Neither should die, and nobody else is in range quite yet.
Alright. Free Mature on tower, pretty nice play by Dire. Going smoking, killing the hero that's defending mid and taking the tower. This Axe hero is very good when you're ahead. And I think it also scales really well if you're able to get a bunch of items, but you do end up needing a bunch of items. So he's going Blade Mill now. Yeah, probably fine. Helps you solo kill some heroes. You might be able to solo kill the Slark with it. He's gonna need a BKB for Invoker Tornado and like Vessel. No, actually, there's not a Vessel. It's up Enigma, not Core. But yeah, he'll need Blade Mail and BKB, and then after that, there's a bunch of items you can get. I think Axe is really good on Axe. I think it's so strong that you can like play it carry.
Radiant's top
That's what the Hawk was doing. Just going like Vessel and to Axe later. You saw me play it that one game, but this hero scales very interestingly with just like getting armor and the Axe.
There is good news for the Vessel, though. At least Invoker is buying one. Both
Oh, that's
teams
true.
have smoked. Oh, this could be a huge wraparound, unless both teams all miss each other. Radiant, they find the Medusa completely alone. The remainder of the Dire smoke into the Radiant jungle. A black hole has been committed, and Sonagod will fall. All their ass want vengeance. They certainly will get at least 1 kill on the Wyvern, but it might not work out for them. Morana is barely alive. Bulljax will TP away. Acid Rain certainly will fall to the Axis Culling Blade of all things. So that's a 1-for-1 trade, but very good 1-for-1 for Nebula.
Yeah, Slark was farming the whole time. They got the kill on the enemy carry. Very well played by Radiant. Also, they finally got Vessel charges for this Invoker, who was 0-3-1 before that engagement. Or 0-3-0 before that engagement.
He has contributed. He will gain Vessel charges. The snowball begins.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit dicey still. You gotta deal with Heavenly Grace, and these heroes don't. You certainly aren't solo killing anyone. You like need Arena or
Link
Slark?
call top lane by the Beast. Arrow. Nope. Never mind.
Yes. A little bit too early, but the Slark was probably gonna leave. He didn't wait, so it's just one of the situations.
Good old catch-22. It was really... Wait, mid lane, Whole City is really deep for not having 2 of his teammates right here. He's going to immediately die. Now Bulljax wants Levi as well. Has no black hole. Malphus is on cooldown as well, but he has teammates hitting Levi. Levi purged himself, but in the 5v1, the one generally loses 2 kills for Nebula.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah, I mean that's one of those plays that you can make when you have BKB, and then you like get a kill, and then like live, and you'll waste the time with the other hero. Unfortunately, this guy has an Aether Lens in his inventory, so it's not a BKB. You can't really do that kind of thing. You have to play very scared if this is the angle that you're taking. Or not like scared, but you just have to play the kite fights. You just can't like go in really. Which like maybe it's permissible because he's got axe.
Speaking of no BKB, in comes that axe. He finds the Wyvern in the Roshan Pip. There's nothing to spin on. Now it's a spear on Axe. Axe. Only half HP remaining at this point. He's actually has no mana either. He's in a little bit of danger. Will get purged by Levi, but Acid will die to Chilmel's right clicks. Now's an arrow. He forces the Enigma away from the fight. Marshall will TP away. Somehow gets away with that one right there. It's only one kill there for Polar S.
Yeah, they kind of flubbed all their spells on Dire. Yeah, just unfortunate. It's normally
Sometimes you just
referred to as a skill issue. Yeah.
Sometimes you just miss skill. You just miss your spells.
Only the weary will find us.
It's not like this game's going bad for Dire though, but they did kind of botch that fight. They're sticking around mid though. I think they're about to get called.
That's your blink call on the Invoker, as you mentioned. Arrow, it's going to hit as well. Goodbye, Camel Farmer. Cold to the ground. That's 4 stacks now for the axe. And, well, during these 4v4 fights, we are seeing Slark farming, but we're also seeing Medusa farming. So it's some farm-on-farm action from the carries.
Slark is more farm than Medusa, which I guess is partly because they got the 1 kill on the Medusa. Sonagod's Manta is off cooldown though, and I don't think he's really farming the nicest place on the map. Or maybe this is a nice place to farm on Medusa, and Whole City just griefed him by TPing top, so you can't get the Celine farm.
That's the Whole City. He made it grief himself as well. Slark certainly wants to engage, but the rendezvous is not in time. Probably. Whole City's just in the trees hiding. I think he'll get away here. Ooh, good attempt from Camel, but off the mark on that one.
It feels good to be this good.
Sonagod's Manta's still off cooldown. I got him clicked until he clicks Manta to farm.
Yeah, I'm joining. Okay, there he gets pressed the Manta.
Let's go.
It's available for about a minute, but he has now used it.
Yeah, that one's pretty important. Like Medusa, it's not brainless to farm with this hero. I think it's like, I mean, this hero's probably pretty easy, but you gotta like do a little bit of thinking, and you gotta kind of have a feel for the hero if you're gonna.
Oh, the beast!
Like, farm fast with him.
He's going for more, man. He wants Acid Rain. Curse. Arrow is dodged. He's under a tower right now. He's under a tower.
That was really close. He solo cursed the axe, and it was like the 2.5 seconds were about to run out, but then the creep from the creep waves entered the curse and it extended the curse duration.
So what can you do for the beast right there?
Yeah, maybe he gets the kill, maybe he doesn't. I like the way that he's playing though. He's like forcing a reaction from Radiant.
Clark will pounce in, now fighting Omni Knight. Omni Knight is half HP, but still fine thanks to Sonagod's Stone Gaze. Made us all the double damager and Medusa decided to back on off, though Camel can of course purge it with Tornado. Right now we're seeing Slark separated from his team, but it seems like he'll get away here. The Beast is looking at mid lane instead. Radiant will see him coming with that ward, so nobody should die here. That's the Beast just goes in anyways. Under Radiant. She just goes in under Radiant Mission. This man. He is here to play right now. Arena is flubbed by a Marshall. Dire head the Fume. Fume will escape. 1 kill for Polar Ass. None for Nebula. Though, is it kill 2 time? Lasso is online for Whole City. Marshall has been called. Tornado hits on 2. It's a Bat Rider and the Axe in the Tornado. Marshall will attempt to run away. The Beast is low, but Marshall is dead. Fume will get a pounce on Whole City. Black Hole committed as well. Secure this kill. Bat Rider certainly will fall. A 1 for 2 in Polar Ass's favor. But again, 1 more stack of permanent agility for Fume, and they get the Slark involved in the fight.
Yeah, Armor Edge is nice in this. The Slark is actually scaling pretty well. I think Fume's capable of carrying this one. 0 deaths so far. He's about to have the Ags finished. Juice is not farming as quick as she was on pace to right now. I think she ideally would have like Scotty plus like 500 gold by now. But sitting at 1k away from the Scotty minute 22. He's made it to a nice place on the map finally. He's wandered his way over here where he can get Joan creep farm and lane farm with the Manta.
This ward to save Fume's life.
Oh, come on, son of God. Don't walk back there, bro. Use your Manta first. Alright, that's whatever.
We see logical disappointed at Sound of God's Manta usage currently.
Yeah, it's just like he can farm this area. Like there's no one contesting. His team's even in front of him. Like he can just go and farm this area. Or he can at least like walk here and then farm it and then come back to the triangle. Because now he's like, where's he walking? Is he gonna walk back down? Like that was inefficient. He walked from here to here, back down to here.
That's a great
coulda
place to use his Manta as well, where you can send it either mid or bottom. It's actually bottom very easily.
Yeah, exactly.
Efficient
He could've walked
Manta
here,
usage.
pressed Manta, and then he could have walked back to the triangle to farm it out before the 23-minute mark if he so chose to, but he just like wasted a little bit of time.
Alright, somehow City dodges both of the pounces, but he will not dodge the Arena Sunstrike combination. Whole City has fallen. The Beast goes for Fume, but Fume's a little bit too tanky. And he'll TP away.
That was a lot of damage. I mean, I guess he was like hitting him with late, but that was more damage than I expected. Maybe the Slark Axe matchup was worse than I thought it was. I thought he was going to be okay, but... Oh, nice Tumbler toy.
Alright, Acid Rain will curse only one this time. It's not still full duration. This time we'll leap away now, but as happens to Tornado EMP combo on the Sonic God Medusa, Cello has fallen, and Sonic God still has 2/3 of mana, but he's being kited around ever so slowly. Fume will pounce in, the Beast can blink call, and he will blink call a Slark. Slark is half HP, has no ultimate for 21 more seconds. He's slow but the Scotty of Sonic God, but still pounces away from the danger. Bodax TPs as well, so one more death for Polar Ass and nothing in exchange. The Beast wants to go in, but his blink has been cancelled by the Cold Snap Vessel combination. Acid Rain blinks at high ground to kill the ward. The Beast, again, has his blink broken by Acid Rain. He's not dying, but eventually he will die as Fume pounces in for the Omni Knight. Omni Knights will get solo killed by Fume, and the Axe will blink away. But again, one more kill for Nebula, and they're delaying the game. We need to keep doing that.
Yeah, Fume's playing really well, actually, this game. No offense to him, that's not something I normally see myself saying, but I mean, last game he played pretty well as well, so I can't really talk too much shit.
Playoff player, Lasso on Slark, a rare occurrence, but the arrow fall was missed with a call. But the Embrace, it's a save for now.
Nice
Fume's incredibly low, but he gets the Shadow Dance off, pounces in for Axe. It is a disaster right now for Polar Ass. Sonic God will Stone Gaze. He'll stone the Mars and kill the Enigma. Now Polar Ass head to the Mars. Arrow. This time it'll hit a long-range arrow on Marshall. Marshall will drop 2 heroes dead, 1 core, 1 support. Slark will re-engage in, looking for bats, and he will almost kill out the save from the Guardian Angel will be enough. Problem is, Fume is still on the run, will tank an arrow, there's no point for the run! Another huge curse to save Fume! Acid Rain, Dota, kills the Omni Knight, saves his Slark. A massive play right there.
Yeah, Acid Rain played that fight really well. Yeah, I mean, Radiant, honestly, the Wyvern and that Slark just played that fight perfectly. I liked how long that Wyvern was waiting to cast his spells, because the Slark is the important hero. Like, your whole team fighting is going to be reliant around the Slark. So they like Arena to kind of create chaos, and the Slark can go in the back line. And the Wyvern, really nice cold embrace as well to start the fight to save the Slark.
Wait a minute, solo kill on
No
Fume.
way he dies.
Almost, so close.
Oh no. Yeah, this guy's a
The
clown.
beast of USEs.
He was playing too well. He had to do one of those.
Tornado is dodged. Sunstrike also will be dodged. Arrow will miss. Everyone's missing spells right now. The Beast will fall. Black Hole, it's there on 1, but it's the bat line around the inside.
Oh, the BKB cooldown. 1 second.
BKB just came off, as you mentioned. He now re-engages Arena Spear on Omni Knight. Whole City will juke around trying to survive. Bulljax dies. Levi is low. Whole City dies. And now it's Levi also dying under his tier 2 tower. During all of this, guess what Sonic God's up to? He's pushing in the bottom lane. I think he grabbed the tier 2 tower during that.
But at least he's farming efficiently. He's using his Manta now. He's standing in the right part of the map. That was a fucking clown fiesta in the top lane.
I'm not sure the exact number of misspells, but it's got to be double digits there. It's got to be double digits.
That was just like a weird time to take it. I mean, honestly, not even the misspells. I think just Fume killing himself on the axe. Because like the blade mill ran out, so he's just like hitting him. But he like didn't exactly wait until the blade mill ran out, so he like took a lot. He like took extra dark pack damage, and then he just killed himself on spin.
He's in again, by the way. Axe, he's not done fighting. Oh, this is some real Axe Dota right now.
He has a BKB.
He's holding it. Now using it. Curse will be only on 1, allowing him to run for more. Acid Rain dies to Sonic God eventually. One more click will finish the job. And an arrow from
Oh.
long range plus the call. A bit of a stack stun. Marshall dies. Back to Acid. Wait, how did he not die there on Acid Rain? What?
He's different. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see either.
We're seeing
Yeah,
a
probably
lasso
blinked
meanwhile
out.
on Boljax in the Radiant side, Tri-Camp, or you can call it Zone of Sadness if you're an F-Sensei. Arrow again. Not even needed. On top of the corpse. One more kill for Polar S. How did... I'm still surprised he survived that on the Wyvern.
I mean, he must have just like walked into the trees and flogged them for a second and then blinked out.
Maybe the Tumbler, he Tumbler's totally on cooldown. What's the Tumbler's totally into Blink Play or something crazy like that?
Could be. Okay, the Slark. Slark did lose the Deathless game in the top lane play, but he's still pretty strong. When you have the Scotty, you're like, yeah, you're like really giga strong, and you can even like kill the Dusa kind of solo if you just like hit her for a long time. I honestly, if Sonagod was gonna play like this, I think he should have bought a butterfly instead of the Silver Edge. Because at least when he has the butterfly, he can kind of like participate in these fights easier. Because then then the Slark has to like farm a whole MKB really before Slark solo kills him. Oh, Beast.
In comes Fume again, fighting with the Beast. Spear on Axe. The Beast this time appears to be dead. He'll get purged by Omni Knight, but I don't think there's enough to save him this time around. The Guardians are committed, but again, will not save the Axe. Tornado damage will do the job.
Farm hella stacks on the Slark. I guess off the Axe. Oh, that's such a nice item for him to get. I hope he slots it in, because he's against Axe.
I'm dragging it in for him right now. Like, alright, drag it in, drag it in, drag it in, Fume. I guess the Mindbreaker's still good, but man.
I mean, yeah. I'll take.
He sent it back. Give it to Marshall.
I'm not exactly 100% on top of Slark builds. I don't think he's taken the right talents. I'm pretty sure you take Dark Pack cooldown on 10 even with Axe, and then I think this 20 talent is wrong, but maybe that's not correct. I looked at this a while ago. I'm gonna double check here. He's been playing the game fine though, so maybe this is just the way that he prefers it. Let's take a peek at some good players. No, I don't want to see Gunner play carry Slark. 23 Savage, that guy's pretty good. Okay, he takes Dark Pack cooldown, and yeah, he takes all left talents. Yeah, okay, everyone takes all left talents, of course. I was correct. Except Chris Luck took Shadow Dance regen. What a clown.
Chris Luck is, he's built different.
Okay, so
he's a mid player anyways. They're also just built
with
different.
the way that Depth Shroud works.
The Beast is blink in 1v3. He's got BKB active, but he's just black hole right now. He's dead here.
No, okay, I like that.
There's no way he kills Fume, right? Okay, there's no way.
This Axe Shard is pretty strong, but unfortunately against Slark, he purges it. It's purgeable. I hope it's purgeable.
I'm sure it's purgeable. Yeah, most things.
That would be very stupid if it wasn't purgeable. Yeah, it better be.
Well, time for some more Fume. Dota 2.
Got the Scotty though. Yeah,
that's
and he's gonna
canceled.
farm
TP.
stacks.
Stacks farmed, +1 permanent agility. Disaster. That's 2 cores dead on Polar S. And their network lead is now gone. I mean, it was up to around 6k earlier. It's now down to 2k. Not ideal.
Okay, so Son of God, Silver Edge finished, 2k gold in the bank. I mean, his fight to enter this game is going to be what decides the fight, and I guess that's probably high ground right now. Fume has Aegis, he's got 46 stacks.
Might as well go now when you have the agility to use.
Oh, yeah, speaking of clowns in this game, Marshall is the fucking clown for doing this item build. He does not need to be doing this.
Let's go in Falcon Blade Satanic. No
Okay,
blink
Falcon Blade's good, but like Falcon Blade phase, BKB Satanic, like no blink, yeah.
No blink, no shard, yeah.
I mean, shards, whatever, right? He should just probably buy a blink. Bulljax is okay. Bulljax is trying hard. He's got 3 inventory. He's got 3 empty slots in one of them, and one of the slots to the Wraith Pack.
One more call, this time on Slark. The chain stun is sufficient. 1 life lost. It's apparently runaway time. Stone Gaze has been used. Marshall. Will Arena get stoned immediately before the spear gets off? Marshall is still alive as Sonic got Bulljax. Not so lucky. 1 dead, Edis lost. In comes Slark, engaging Omni. Call is there. The curse. I believe it's only on 1. Batrider the only one. Slark. He's dead in the Shadow Dance. A disastrous play for Fume. And now, with Bulljax buying back, it's time for the retreat. Problem is, Flamebrack knocks 2 back. Acid Rain and Marshall. Acid Rain certainly will die. Question is, will Marshall? Short range arrow stuns him temporarily. Whole city applies some slows, and Marshall eventually will die as well. 3 kills, buyback forced. E just lost. Carson 4 kills. Huge fight win for Polar Ass.
Yeah. Fium kind of fumbled that fight again, I'll say. He probably shouldn't have gotten caught out, which is also kind of on the Wyvern, because Wyvern's in range to cold embrace him. He just won't die. Like, they just don't have enough stun and magic damage, I think, for the Slark to die if he gets called, and then he cold embraces on top of it. But Wyvern wasn't quite in range, and he was probably a little bit too far out of position as well. And so he dies. He loses the Aegis for free, and then as he re-enters the fight, he gets caught by Call into Arrow, which, I mean, I guess this is why Axe is kind of a counter to this hero. Oh, he's going the Axe now. Let's go, Beast.
Man, this Medusa hero has so much mana, actually. He gets EMP'd by a max Lex, actually, correction, a 6-point in Lex EMP, and he's just fine mana-wise. Problem is, the Beast might not be fine. BKB's on cooldown, he's Spear stunned, Arrow. Oh, he hits Kill of Fire with that one! The Beast may survive because of that. He's still about 1/4 HP. He'll now BKB, it's off cooldown, he'll TP. Okay, Black Hole forced out, okay then.
You got a stack from that, right, Odslark? Yeah, nice. What was I gonna say before that? Oh yeah. In Medusa has the same amount of Adrigan as Intgain.
Huh. I'll be 3.4. 3.4. That's a lot of int gain.
Yeah. Yeah. You take the 75 int talent, you get Witchblade. Strong.
How bad is Revenant's Brooch in that hero?
Oh
that
my
bad,
god,
right?
I tried this and I lost the game. I don't think it was as a result, but I lost the game trying this shit against Terrorblade. Okay, so, I mean, if you buy Revenant's Brooch, I'm pretty sure the way it works is if you have Split Shot on, even if you don't have Split Shot uses modifiers, and you use the Revenant's Brooch, it uses all the hits instantly. If you hit, if you hit 5 things.
Alright,
which is pretty stupid.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, so, but, I mean, you can turn Split Shot off. And I tried this against Terrorblade. I took 75 int, and I bought a Revenant's Brooch against Terrorblade, and it didn't work. You might have been in that game.
I would remember that. I 100%. I remember you going Revenant's Brooch on, I think it was Ench against Terrorblade, but...
I for sure bought Revenant's Brooch on Ench in an in-house, I think, but I don't think it was because I was against Terrorblade.
I played with you playing with Revenant's Brooch into Terrorblade, but I don't think on Medusa. I think it was either Lina or Enchi both it on. One of the two.
I haven't bought that item on Lina, I think.
How did that Ench then? I know it was one of those two heroes.
I for sure bought it on Ench in in-house. No, I believe that. I don't remember why. Maybe I was full slotted. Maybe it's because the low projectile that you make when you're Revenant's Brooch attacking looks cool.
That's as good a reason as any, you know. Back in the people would spill Battle Fury on Titanier for the different attack animation. That was good old Dota 1 days.
Yeah.
It wasn't good, but it looked cool. This we had the anchor snatch animation on your right clicks, and it was incredibly dank.
If you buy Skadi and Deso, is the one that you like have in your inventory last that it gives the attack animation, or is it always just Skadi? I can't remember how that mechanic works.
I think it's always Scotty, but don't quote me on that one.
Okay, yeah.
Well, here we go. Smoke on smoke action. The call was missed by the Beast. A rare mistake by him.
Have a sentry.
Arena, it's on Old City, only on the 1. He's at the edge of the arena, now BKBs. He's trying to run away, but he's actually still alive. Acid Rain's in the trees right now. He actually links into Acid Rain. Acid Rain has a curse, so he's on 2 heroes. Acid Rain certainly will die, and Batrider will barely die as well at the last hit from the axe. Unfortunate coordination there from the Beast and Whole City. That's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Alright, so it ends up working out for Acid Rain. He's got Refresher keyed. That's pretty cool. I like it. It's good. I'm surprised that Whole City didn't die initially though on the spear into arena. That was like a really sick arena spear. It was like super close. I don't think it had to be that close actually. I think it's because Marshall messed up initially, but it was like really close. He was like on top of the arena, and he somehow got speared to it instead of getting pushed out.
Man, Fume, he's engaging. He's pouncing onto an axe. A bold play. In comes the Invoker. That is the backup. Currently a 2v3. The 2 on the side of Nebula. Carry on, carry action, arrow. Almost perfect, but it's blocked with a BKB. Now Slark will Shadow Dance. And it seems like Axe will fall. There is no way out but going 6 feet under. That was so close to being a good play from Cello. I think he gets like a quarter second off. He was very close there.
I get so concerned if you just like starts hitting the axe when he's at 400 HP. You don't have a paladin sword. Also, he still has the Mindbreaker in his thing. He's not picking up the Titan Sliver.
He likes the sounds.
Yeah, it's attack speed as well. It's got this 20. Do you know it gives 25 magic attack damage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this doesn't work.
I haven't tested this. You might be right.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like it could work, it could not work. And like you wouldn't be able to tell.
I've never checked. I've literally never checked. I saw the.
I have tried. I have tried to check with like Pangolier Swashbuckle. I still don't know if it works.
All right, I figured it out. Go into one of those lobby chest thingies against the Razor, steal all the damage, and then the magic damage should still go through, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Keyword is should. Keyword is should with Dota sometimes. You never know.
I mean, yeah, maybe it doesn't work like that though. I'm not sure because maybe it like counts as just damage, but it's just magical. I don't know. Can you do magical negative damage? Probably. If your Revenant's brooched and you're sucked by Razor, it probably does. Probably deal no damage.
Again, I believe you, but I have never seen it in my life, so I've got no idea to verify it. I remember there used to be some really weird stuff with like negative lifesteal, but that was
Yeah, you take
they
damage.
patched that out, didn't they? Or is it still in the game?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It used to be if you had lifesteal and you hit a hero with negative damage, you would take damage. I'm pretty sure.
100%, yeah.
I'm pretty sure what's still in the game is if you have negative damage, you hit Abaddon. I'm pretty sure he takes damage.
I feel like I should know that. I play Abaddon. I feel like it would have happened at some point. Never did.
I mean, it's pretty hard to have negative damage. It's like exclusively Razor, right? Axe, I guess. New Axe.
I'm thinking like Razor plus Axe, but it's rare to see Razor plus. Wait, but speaking of Axe, Blink Call on the Invoker, and Invoker is so incredibly dead. The arrow will miss. Axe will Calling Blade for that matter, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. And he has no buyback. That's going to be a Roshan, a free Aegis, and a free Shard for Polar Ass, barring a massive miracle from Nebula.
Yeah, I guess Sonic God is just strong now. Dire Radiant kind of just like fumbled this game a little bit too hard. Weren't ever decisively ahead when the Duso was AFK.
Man, this is the point where it's going to be a free shard for Sonic God. He'll at that point be 8,000 ahead of the Slark. That's going to be a problem. We're seeing Slark engage. Stone Gaze, Call have been used. The Stone Gaze hits onto Call. The Curse, that's almost enough to save, perhaps. That's a very least one ensure Shadow Dance gets off. He'll BKB and Shadow Dance engaging for the Omni Knight. Levi, the perfect force staff, gets away for the time being. Sonic God, meanwhile, kills Bulljax. The fight again, it's incredibly split up. Fume will disengage, as will the remainder of his teammates on the west side of the fight. Arrow hits on Wyvern. Wyvern will die over the whole city. He's looking for Marshall. Has no lasso, but there is a Blink Call onto the Mars. Mars is half HP. Has Satanic in 4. Fume will re-engage. Marshall will turn with Rebuke, but cannot Satanic in time, it appears. He will get right-clicked down to death by Sonic God. Over to Levi, he'll die to the Slark. Problem is, there's a big bad axe and a big bad arrow as well on Slark. Slark is going to die, and he has no buyback. This is a disastrous fight right now. Black Hole was committed, already wasted. Bulljax goes down. Ultra kill for Sonic God, and well, ha-has are in the all chat, and it's looking pretty over right now.
Yeah, it does. Pink left his computer for like 25 minutes, and then they didn't lose in time, so now they're gonna win.
And they had their advantage, and they did not capitalize.
Yeah, they didn't really have a timing where they felt like way stronger. These fights were always like pretty close. But I mean, the other 4 members of Dire did a good job in the fights, or did a good enough job in the fights.
Well, that's how Sonic God's still
double
taking the shard, even though he can afford his own shard. He just wants more items.
It's kind of normal. Like, who else is taking it?
Batrider? Maybe?
Batrider. Yeah. But he's not clicking people, actually. Like, this is kind of fake. I think he actually is the best shard.
I'm not going to disagree, but he can afford his own shard. He's running out of slots.
Yeah, but, like, giving your Deuce a 1400 gold is pretty nice. Like, if you could, like, if this Omni Knight could just, like, reduce his gold by 1k and give his Deuce a 1k gold, you'd take that sometimes.
True. I guess in this case it would be kind of like Batrider decreasing it to 1400 and giving it to Dusa, but at that point it's like potential gains, and at this point you give the Sonic God, you just end the game right
You
now.
would do
I guess.
that also, I'm pretty sure, on Batrider, because you don't even give a fuck about your items anymore. You're just trying to get 25. I mean, okay, maybe you want a refresher or like a Lincoln's Aeon disc, maybe, if you're somehow getting black hold. But I mean, what you really care about is 25. That's when you're strong. You already have your Octarine Core. You already have your BKB Blink. Those are the important items. You took Flaming Lasso cooldown.
Is that not normal?
Yeah. I mean, okay, maybe something has changed, but I don't think it's better than move speed.
Move speed's nice, but it's not that much move speed. You know, it's only 20 move speed.
Yeah, but Firefly gives you percentage move speed.
True. He's ignoring him. He went for he didn't go for the Firefly duration talent either, which I guess makes sense. Flame Break charge are just too good, but
Yeah. No one takes Firefly duration. There was like a meme for a little while. Maybe it's still in the game where if you have Coddle, you can just like Firefly the entire map. Because you can't. Yeah, because if you look at the change notes for 732, refreshing this ability refreshes its duration instead of creating a second path. So if you get a bunch of CDR, like if you get Spell Prism, Octarine Core, and this Firefly duration talent, you used to be able to like Firefly and then like run around the map, and then Coddle will spam Chakra on you, and you just like have 100% uptime.
bottom lane, Fume is in. He's pouncing in forward. Meanwhile, there's a lasso on Invoker. Invoker's in a lot of danger right now. Camel has buyback this time, so he can buy it back if Dire running down the high ground. That might be their play, just running it down the bottom lane right now.
This Invoker's items, I'm not really that big of a fan of. I think that I sort of understand what he's going for. Like, he kind of like wants to buy these bigger items, like these like kind of stat items. Yeah, it's like not exactly stats, but like Octarine Core and Lincolns are pretty much like stat items. They just like make you stronger overall in the fights. I think he needs a BKB, or I think he needs something that like does something tangibly in the fights, like a Hex. I think a Hex would be really good to help to just like help his team get kills, even though he's against Omni Knight. It just kind of feels like he's not doing anything, and he dies very easily. Bulljax has fed.
Walked up and died, yeah.
He even used his Wraith back, which I guess doesn't matter because he doesn't have buyback.
He
Are they
used it
not
in the
gonna
last
clip
fight, yeah.
Yeah.
This is not ideal for Bulljax. He needs to be alive right now to do things.
I mean, it's 5 Enigma. What are you gonna do? You're not the high ground beast that Core Enigma is.
Let's do let's cast anything. Midnight Pulse, I don't know, Wraith backed again.
They're gonna lose at least one lane here. I guess that's not really much of a statement. I think they're gonna lose 2 lanes. Oh,
Alright, Lincolns has blocked the lasso, and Zakuris on too as well. City will not. We can't force him to his teammates! He's dead! And now
Well,
there's
she'll
Fume
know.
getting called by the BCUS East Arrow to follow. Sork has been chain stunned, but can he survive? The answer is hell no! Meanwhile, the Beast again will re-engage in, looking for Marshall with the call into the stone form from the Medusa. Marshall remains stone until he BKBs and now pops the active on his bulwark. He now will back off, but this is again not ideal. That's a Fume buyback forced out, though it is in exchange for the whole city buyback. Nebula Smoke on 4. Looking for the right angle in this fight. Blink Curse again. It was refreshed by Acid Rain. That's a dieback on Whole City if he dies. And he will die. A big dieback. Meanwhile, Sonagod middle split shotting everybody. Black Hole will delay, but not stop the damage from Sonagod. He still has 1 life. He had 12 seconds on the Aegis duration. This is disastrous. Call on Fume. He's still man fighting. The bash on the Beast as Sonagod blinks in further, fighting Marshall and Aspirin. Sonagod actually will TP away. The Beast will die. Levi will die. Sonagod gets away. That fight actually went a lot worse than I expected for Polar S.
yeah. Radiant played that one pretty well. Acid Rain hitting the big spells. He curses Whole City. He gets 4 stabbed by Cello to take more damage, and then dies, and then buys back, TP's back into the fight, dies to another curse.
It's definitely, again, if your whole city, you have your lasso blocked by Lincolns, and you die to 2 different curses, you're not happy with that one.
Yeah, but like, who are you mad at, really? You know, right? Like, maybe you're mad at Cello for the first death, which is like...
You're mad at the rope, you're mad at the Wyvern, you're mad at your Cello, you're mad at yourself, you're mad at Ice Frog, you're mad at everyone for that one.
No, that's a skill issue. That's how it is. Like, you should have played better. You caused this stuff on yourself, if you ask me.
I'm sure if we watch Sonic God stream, we can see whole city being mad in about a minute.
I mean, yeah, that's right. Yeah, he does stream all his games, right?
Yeah, I think it's on a longer delay than what we had, but
that's probably fair. That's pretty cool though. I respect that, especially with the team of psychopaths like Sonic God has.
Feels good to be
So it's probably pretty. Yeah, it's probably pretty entertaining.
There's a famous Shred Lightly clip from last season. Yeah.
I heard that. I don't know what happened in the clip, but I'm not really. I'm not. Okay. He's got Satanic Heat on Slark now. I'm happy that he's finally getting low. So they didn't luck out getting a Paladin Sword to hit the axe with, so this is pretty good. I guess he has Wraith Pact Aura, but it certainly has not seemed like enough. It's kind of hard for the Enigma to be, I think it's 1200 range?
Someone.
Yeah, 1200 range. Away from the, like 1200 range close to the Slark.
Just blink in to give your Wraith Pact Aura to your Slark. Let's see you stick with him.
That's very base. That's why he's got the blink, I guess. Axe is just like stealing stuff from Collapse because he's the only guy who plays Axe nowadays. And so he disassembles his Vanguard and buys a Refresher.
That's incredible right there.
He also takes Berserker. I hate... Like, it's good taking Berserker's Call AoE. But, like... I don't do it. I would never do it. I would lose my team in the game to take the Battle Hunger Armor Multiplier. It's so fucking good.
Wig Call, it's on Mars. Marshall, with Cold Embrace is a curse onto Axe and Medusa. Axe the target. Guardian Angel popped. Cataclysm on the way. The beast is low. Levi is dead. Levi buys back. Stone Gaze now activated. Again, Marshall stone. Again stunned by one more stoning from Sonagod. Black Hole, only on one, but in comes Fume. Lasso will cancel. The Blink Call again onto Marshall and Fume, the targets. Marshall, Satanics, Axe has been stunned. Boltax is dead, but so dies the beast. Fume pounces back in, looking for Medusa. Medusa actually is out of mana. She will die. Polar Ass. They're known for their late game heroics, but this time they may have fumbled.
Yeah, they played the fight pretty well on Radiant. Their fight win condition is that they just need to make sure a hero doesn't get bursted by Lasso or doesn't get bursted by Call. It's kind of the same as last game, honestly. Like, they prefer taking these long drawn out fights with Slayer. That's the whole purpose of this hero. He doesn't have a Mage Slayer, but I guess it's not particularly amazing this game, so I'll let him get away with it.
Here we go again.
Son got
John's
buyback.
live in 22 more seconds, and that's apparently where we're headed.
Oh, it will be. Is that early spawn? I can't read.
Okay, so it was a minute 13 2 minutes ago, which means it's about a 1 minute spawn. So it's on the earlier end, but not by that much.
I see. Yeah, is it like the
About a minute
32%?
in.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, oh no, they're not sitting in the pit. If I'm Acid Rain, I'm sitting in that pit right now.
You might blink in. They got anything interesting that they can do about the Sunstrike yet? The Forge Spirits? I guess he's not playing this side of the map right now. Oh, they're looking right now.
Oh, there we go. What is in there today? It is the Refresher Shard, the Cheese, and the Aegis. Some good spoils to have.
Do you prefer having the X? No. I think this is good. I think they like having the Refresher Shard here.
There's a lot of heroes who, I mean, literally everybody can use it, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no bad hero for it this game.
I'm interested to see who's gonna take it. I think it would be pretty swag if Acid Rain took it.
It's going to be Acid Rain. Look at him. He's going in. He knows it's his.
I mean, Marshall's got the empty slot. He's taking it.
Aw. I was excited.
Marshall,
You could have done that.
His cloud, dude. His build is like so wacky. Like, what's he doing here?
Wait, Missile Blade on whole city. Whole city will BKB. The Blink Call on 2. The Counter Curse on 2 as well. It's only on 1 because of the BKB, actually. Cataclysm on the way. But Dire takes very little damage. The Beast refreshes. Another 2-man call. Slark. Mars. They're in danger. Mars dies. Wyvern dies. Wyvern buys back. Slark will barely get away, maintaining the Aegis. And that was one good wombo combo from Polar S.
That's the power of the Refresher X. And also the Berserker's Collar. We came in clutch there. I still wouldn't take it, though.
He's here to play Dota 2, not, you know, whatever that armor simulator is. You know, he's here to play Dota 2.
It goes from 1 armor multiplier to 3 armor multiplier, I think. No, I think it's 2 armor multiplier, but the damage is like so much more. That's when you like really start doing damage. You like call a couple heroes or like some creeps. Misskill, by the way. Which one? Oh, you're 15 times? You're just...
He's wrong on the timing, but correct about the sentiments. Wait, he means a 25 talent. He misskilled again.
Oh, yeah, that's really
He
bad.
misskilled again.
That's terrible. Yeah, that's awful. That's like really, yeah. I don't know what he was doing at the time, like when he was scaling it, but like, even if it was during a fight, it's like way better to just like die and do nothing in the fight and take the right talent there. That's like real
eventually he'll hit 30. You know, eventually he'll be able to repair his mistakes.
I mean, hopefully. There's a 60-minute book, I guess.
Wait, it's min 53. You're right. 54 now, even.
Okay, so I don't think he's eaten any of the books. So the 6th one is going to give him like 1600 XP, give or take. 1700.
That's not enough XP. That is not enough XP to get him anywhere close.
Yeah. So he's in it for the long haul.
Here we go, Nebula with the 5-man smoke. This could be the game-winning team fight. Looking at buybacks, we lack some big ones, including Medusa. Batrider lacks the gold as well. They don't know Batrider doesn't have buyback. We do. They don't. But it seems like Polar Ass got away for now. It's danger zone time, man. It's danger zone time.
These wards end up being pretty value late game. These hill wards. It's not even worth calling them tinker wards. This fake hero. But these are pretty good because these pickups end up mattering a lot.
You know, according to Twitch chat, Tinker is not a fake hero. He's actually an extremely overpowered hero.
Yeah.
If you read Reddit, you can see the same sentiment. You know, Twitch chat and Reddit, the paragons of Dota skill. You know.
If I'm winning officials against Tinker, then like certainly that hero's not good. If I can win like real games against Tinker, that's like.
In that game, the one you're referring to, he was like not even. He was getting owned on Tinker. People were still calling him OP as hell. It was hilarious.
Which one? Game 2 or game 1?
Both games, actually. He was doing in both games. Game 1 went better than Game 2, though.
I mean, game 2 he picked it on 8, which was like really wild. But
for those who are wondering, we're referring to Dogchamp 5 Rap 4 staff, RC Wise Tinker in those 2 games. For those who, of course, were missing out on some great logical and Pro Series action.
He's pretty good at that hero, but yeah, I don't feel like he. I don't feel like
Oh, Fume blinks in. He's called immediately. This could be a disaster. He gets a Shadow Dance off in time, but still, he's very deep. He'll pounce in for Whole City again. Whole City gets away. Black Hole. It's canceled immediately. Bulljax is dead. Fume is low. He's dying. He'll whistle the Omnia, but I don't think it'll matter. Fume is still trying to survive. He has 2 lives. Bulljax buys back. Fume is somehow still alive. But at long last, will get arrowed knee-bladed to his death. He's completely isolated. Meanwhile, it's like 1-man curse on the Beast. The Beast will return to the Slark. Slark will use his BKB, trying to pounce away. Lasso! It will lock down. The BKB has ended. His life has ended. And that right there is not good for Nebula.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. That was their Aegis fight. It was kind of just the angle that they took that fight was a little bit off. The Slark kind of got separated, which is like kind of what you want to do sometimes, where you want to like create chaos and so the Slark can go to the backline, but unfortunately it was like they just like didn't control the Medusa very well, so the Medusa killed everyone. And Slark, it's kind of hard for Slark to actually get the kills now. I think he like sort of missed his timing. Late game Slark is pretty good because you're just like really mobile in these like really long fights.
Missed call from the
This
Beast. He's called snapped. His BKB is now available. He'll use it. Sonagod still has the barracks a little bit. And that'll be one lane now taken. Sonagod blinks in further. For Marshall, Bulljax gets demolished. That will be a dieback on the Enigma. Slark buys back. Arrow on Marshall. Marshall is isolated in a lot of danger. He could not cheese in time. He'll now use his buyback. Sonagod, Silver edges away from Fume. Fume is now looking for Whole City. Whole City becomes Invis. Gets away. Arena. Only on one. Spear not dodge. The Beast brings in, calling on two. He refreshes. It's Slark and Invoker in the calls. The Wombo combo. The curse could not be good enough. It's out forward. It still could not save the fight. Cataclysm on the way. Refreshed. Used again, but nobody's dying but Cello Mellow. The Beast gets away. Slark. He's trying to salvage. He'll get cold embrace during the alacrity. Unfortunate timing on that one. Now it's Medusa entirely in, hitting everyone. Flamebreak away, the call on two again. The Beast of US East, he's completely going mental. Marshall is fighting in a 1v3. Sonagod kills Acid Rain, looks to Stone Fume. Fume somehow escapes, but Marshall is still fighting in a 1v3. Eventually he will die. He used the cheese already. He has fallen. 4 dead, none have buyback. And we're headed to game 3.
They won. Yeah, I mean, okay, I guess this game was like pretty not good for Radiant for a long time, but they had some good studs.
There's no way, right? There's no way he wins this fight. He'll try anyways. He's pouncing the Beast. The Beast will eventually die. Fume does not have a buyback. Somehow pounces away from this. So he's killed one hero. He's allowed Bulljax to respawn. Black hole on 3. Wait a minute. There's no follow-up damage. Omniate's still incredibly low.
He saved him.
Bulljax has died. So he's bought time for Fume to restore HP. He's in the 1v3 defense. He'll pounce in for Sonagod. Vanta activated. Sonagod's low on mana. Lasso used, not purged.
Aesthetics cap.
Aesthetics cap will reduce the duration. Whole City gets away. Stone Gaze used again. Fume is back to the fountain. He again will restore HP, but the base is actually alive. We're not headed to game 3 yet. Game 2 still has a little bit of life left.
Fume's level 30, but I guess everyone's at level 30, so it's not that crazy what the carries are. Oh!
Wait a minute. Abyssal Blade. Oh, unfortunately. He'll get the Omni Knight kill, but...
he didn't know. Yeah, it was impossible for him to know.
I mean, if the reactions were slightly faster, maybe, but what can you do?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was just chasing to chase. It's hard to know. I mean, but he defends. That was a sick black hole by Bulljax.
That was full. It didn't kill anybody, but it delayed. He bought time.
It did a lot of damage. Like, that Midnight Pulse did a lot of damage.
It did. Like, I'm looking at... Never mind. It's the wrong fight recap, but I'm sure it was a lot of damage.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, 60-minute items.
You know, we rarely get to use those. Usually we Caster's Curse them away from us.
Yeah. Apex? Pretty mediocre this game. It would be good on Omni Knight, actually. They're certainly not giving it to Omni Knight. Because I think they probably don't have the best understanding of this. Yeah, Deuce is gonna hold it. For whatever reason. She gets some armor. She gets 10 armor,
plus 10 armor, plus 70 damage, plus 70 attack speed, not terrible. Arcanist, that's a good item. Arcanist armor, that is one good item.
Arcanist armor is broken. The Invoker is gonna press Meteor and he's gonna die. I mean, the thing, like, 70 agi is like not that crazy for a slot.
I guess if you're comparing it to what the other, I mean, if he gets a better item, I'm sure I'll use it, but you might get a better one.
Pirate Hat's pretty good for farming money, but I don't think
the Beast goes in, nice calling the Invoker. BKB, Medusa, Bulljax, dead. Marshall, stoned, arrowed. He's in a lot of danger. Fume engaged. It's desperate. Levi buys back into the game. The Beast will refresh, looking for one more call. He'll BKB. Sonagod has 1/3 mana. Call on to counter the counterplay. Curse as well. Camel is dead, however. Marshall has been cold embraced. E-Blade on Fume. Another 3-man curse. That will be a dieback on Levi if he dies, and he certainly will die. Meanwhile, it's Marshall dying to Whole City. It's Fume in a 2v4, I believe. But Sonagod, the big bad Dusa, is dead. That's one life forced out. Few minutes or more. Looks for Whole City. Whole City will force staff himself. He'll get bashed by Fume. Dark Pact. E-Blade on the allied Bat Rider. Slark cannot remove it. He pounces and Abyssal Blades onto the axe. The axe will fall, but meanwhile, Sonic God crits down Acid Rain. Back to Fume. He gets arrowed. Force from an enemy, I believe. I'm not sure why on that one, but Fume still gets away for the time being. He again is being distracted right now. He'll use that Shadow Dance. He'll pounce in for Whole City. He bashes and kills the Bat Rider. What is going on? Fume may salvage this game somehow, some way, but he's out of mana. Oh no. And that will be the end of our Slark. He has no buyback.
Yeah, he's going pretty crazy there, but does die in the end and wasn't able to get like the real hard hitting kills. That he got a kill on everyone, but they all had buybacks. So they're just buying back now. They have to do some wave cutting stuff right now. Like they gotta go smoke and cut some waves. Unfortunately, bottom is also really pushed in, so they just lose.
I think it's somehow live until the Mars and Invoker are alive. There's a chance, but I don't think they do.
Yeah, I think they'll still lose the fight. I mean, yeah, they got all BKBs on Dire still. It's I don't know how they defend it. I mean the Invoker, yeah, they'll both be alive before the throne dies. It's just not gonna be enough.
All right, here we go. Call missed by the beast.
That's how it starts.
He did not blink. Problem is the throne is under some severe duress. There's a Deafening Blast knockback on the Axe and Bat Rider Medusa. It's now Black Hole Arena. Nice. Protect the throne. Black Hole again. Mostly blink into it. Lasso now there on the Enigma. Oh no, Bulljax is dead. Wyvern is being gone upon. He'll try to get away with his Force Staff, but he's being kited by Sonic. Sonic's actually out of mana.
So strong.
Wait, Sonic's dead. Sonic's actually going to die here. This is a bit of a disaster. The call is on. Tuba Camel gets away. He'll refresh. He'll cold snap. Whole City is in. The Beast low. Deafening Blast hits on 3. The Beast dead. Camel in the fountain. Marana arrows. All 3 miss. Spear on Bat Rider. Sunstrike. Cello low. Whole City dead. Cello will E-Blade himself, but I'm not sure if he can get away here. Is there any more spells? Camel's going in. Cello TPs. Oh, gets away with one on that one.
Yeah, dude, Marshall's so strong. He hit his timing finally. He's 63-minute timing.
Got a Giant's Ring. Get 6 items. Now he can play. He can play Dota finally.
Yeah, he was so strong. He like solo carried that fight. Now no buybacks on any of the Dire heroes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Slark's gonna sell his treads, buy bots, TP to the mid lane, and then let's see what happens.
Wait a minute. It's over, isn't it? It's actually over.
They're okay. Chel's got a rapier queued. I don't know about that one. He's farming the rapier.
Your force is over. There's no defense. No Medusa, no Axe, no Bat Rider. Nebula, no it's. Polar ass. I don't understand how they threw this game away, but they seem to have done it.
They just got owned. Yeah, I don't know. Radiant just outplayed them in that fight. That was a nice arena by Marshall also. He like arena around the throne. It didn't hit any heroes, but it was strictly there to protect the projectiles from hitting the throne.
Guardian Angel, Cello in the 1v4, the rapier in hand, but he has no durability. He's just done and killed.
He's farming it. He's trying to get the game to end faster.
No BKB, no lifesteal.
Bulljack's got it.
And that'll be it. And we will get a winners finals rematch in the grand finals. Nebula versus Sus.
That was a crazy game, but Radiant ends the game 1k gold lead.
I cannot believe. I mean, usually it's polar ass on the other side of these games, you know? They're the ones who pulled late game heroics. Not this. This is like it's an unthrowable game almost.
Look at Pink's net. It's just keeps going up and then
it just stops.
It just goes down and they lose. You played okay. Fumbled a couple of fights. He played a lot of the fights really well and played the game overall pretty well. I'd say. My MVP for the series, Acid Rain. Because what did he play game 1? Oh yeah, he actually didn't do anything game 1, I think actually. But this game he put in a lot of work. See, had a lot of saves from the axe, had some really clutch curses. Good stuff.
I have a lack of words.
sometimes you just toss. Like sometimes you just throw.
This is one of the bigger throws of the season for sure, and it's the context in which the throw happened. This is your do or die game. You lose this game, your season's over. And you lose a game that really shouldn't be losable.
I mean, they probably like the throw was not even low to like it was not even close to dying. To be honest, it was like 70% health lowest or something, right?
I mean, I guess, but you're sieging 5v2.
I mean, yeah. There's certainly
into an
something they could have
exposed
done better.
throne.
They certainly had some optimizations that they could do. Like someone could have bought a Deso or like whatever. They could have dodged the radiant heroes better. Maybe Son of God could have blinked into the arena to hit the throne. They someone messed up spells somewhere. They probably all did, but I mean maybe it wasn't as free as we thought it was.
It just happens, I guess. Wow. I mean, you wanted 2 games to do your homework, and you got 2 games to do your homework. My God, I had an interview with somebody. Who am I interviewing today? Where's Bulljax? There's somebody on that team. There's some idiot on that team I could interview. Alright, where me message? Me message somebody. Alright, message Bulljax. Okay. Bulljax is popping off right now in DMs. He's gotta come on the stream.
Okay.
Where's my call? Let's go add Bulljax to this one over here. Oh my lord. He's added to the call. He's not picking up right now. I'm not sure if he's just.
Hello.
Alright, we're now being joined by the Bulljax.
Thank you.
How do you win this game, man? I literally don't understand how you win this game.
Honestly, I have no idea. It's one of the craziest games ever. I don't know. I was actually ready to call it. Like me and Ash were just like ready for the means, and Ash is like, "Oh, let's try one more time for the means." And clearly, it worked.
I said it was over at multiple points in that game. I seldom say a game's over unless it's really over. I said you guys have lost twice in the same game. You still won the game.
I did the same thing like 4 times. I was ready to call it when Zoom like died middle, like with no buyback. I'm like, all right, guys, this is a good game. Game 2. We're still on game 3. Oof.
Yeah, there was the first one as well, where it was like Fume was alive and he was like barely stalled until you got the 3-man black hole. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 3-man black hole can save Fume, didn't do any damage. Yeah, that was that was crazy.
We're saying it did good damage. The midnight pulse. You didn't kill anyone, but
yeah, it was not the last time you saw my winning performance. It was definitely better. At least I hope. So I'm a little pumped right now. Like that game has got my blood boiling. Honestly, I'm off the charts right now.
I understand.
Yeah,
I fully understand. In grand finals again. You get a rematch with the team you played like 6 times in the last 4 seasons in playoffs.
I will have my revenge on KU. He got his 1 win.
KU's waiting.
But I am the end to the means.
I have been speechless the last 5 minutes. I just want you to know that. I have been barely able to talk since the moment I realized the game was won for you guys. I'm like, wait, there's no way.
Couldn't believe it. When they died right there on the left side, we got the I waited for the black hole on the Medusa. I was hiding in the trees left side, made sure I didn't get hit. It was so close. I almost died walking in there too. The Mind Breaker was super annoying to deal with as Enigma. I don't know. Maybe I should have bought Ghost Scepter. I'm not sure. It's like I need to blink. Shout out to my teammates though, keeping it together for my crazy ass. I'm sure they got a little annoying in there, but they owned.
You got any questions, Logical?
ooh. No, the brain's kind of fried. You're playing against KU 4-play team, right? Grand finals.
Yeah, KU 4-play team. It'd be a good one. I'm hoping to get a best of 5. I'm hoping. I'm trying to link it up. I'm really hoping.
That sounds like something that they would decline, but I wish you could look on that one.
Yeah, they declined my team interview, so I don't think they're going to go for the BL5 either. So we'll see.
See that.
All right. You got anything else for me, or I'm gonna go celebrate?
Man, go celebrate. Got any final words, shouts, calls, save people, legal ads, man?
Yeah, shout out Frostfire.
Of course.
Number one, keeping it good together. Team. She's back in the team.
Welcome back.
All right, adios, boys.
All right, good luck on grand finals. You know I'll be there, so
Oh,
good luck on your 3-peat, buddy.
Easy. Thank you.
Get on my DM. All right, pick the Bull Jacks in the DM group. We're good to go. Next coming on Logical. Got any more analysis for us? Are you good?
Nah, just unlucky from Dire, really.
Any call outs, shout outs, words to say to the people?
Shout out to Foreplay for keeping me updated on where the season was, because I high key stopped paying attention when I stopped casting, like at the start of TI calls. The Foreplay was like, yo, I'm in winner side of Grands. And I'm like, oh shit. And then he asked me to cast Losers Final, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Man. Still speechless, but we're going to wrap it up at this point. It's like 79 degrees in my room at this point. I'm sweating. Logical's got homework to do anyways. My name is Badger. If you enjoyed my cast, you want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, want to pair me with Logical or anyone else that you're choosing for your pro tournaments, DBC events, and so on, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/Badger02, or on Discord, Badger5713. I will see you all for Lads Grand Finals when that happens. If you want to check in on me before that, check out me out in the BTS Twitch chat, bored out of my mind for the next week. Admin in games, XD. But, yeah.